Just, anyways, we're gonna X out all the stuff I said before. We're gonna start from the marriage piece though.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Aki and Friends.
Oh, thank you, Lloyd.
Sir Lloyd Charles. This is Aki. We got Greg.
What's up?
Don't forget Camille. Camille's here.
Camille is here.
In
spirit. We miss her. She is having some issues today, and we will send up
She's
prayers
on PTO right now
and healing energy to her. So it's just me and Aki today, and Greg. So we'll send up,
I provide PTO now.
we'll send up healing energy. Yes, Aki, you need to provide PTO. That needs to be something we need to have.
You can't even stand in the protest line and ask for anything.
I was late. I do apologize. I am a Negro.
No, I keep trying to tell you we don't do this. Anyways, so back to marriage equality, right? So back to my reasonings for voting. So off mic, we were talking about some relationship stuff, but then we got into politics because I had a conversation with somebody because they got upset with me because I said I would vote for Abbott if Beto doesn't, if I don't like what he's saying and all the policies he want to push through, I'm voting for Abbott, even though I don't like wheelchair Jimmy over there. And, I will vote for him if his policies, hold up, better than Beto in my eyes. Right. Cause I'm a very center line person. So I'm not extreme left, extreme right. But anyways, I told Lloyd I didn't care about him and his community ever. Because his community, they got the right to get married. And Lloyd said,
I said that was y'all that wanted all of that. We didn't want all of that. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is very complicated. It's very difficult, as you two can probably agree.
Nah, bro. Greg and Camille. Aki and Greg. Aki ain't never been married.
Okay, I thought Aki. I thought you've been married.
No.
Oh, so you just had a child out of wedlock. That's what it is.
A lot of people had child.
I have
baby mamas everywhere. I don't know what you're talking about.
I do not. I'm not prejudiced against that at all.
First off,
I'm just saying
you don't have sex with the opposite sex.
I don't. Thank God. I don't want to.
You wouldn't have no child out of wedlock.
Oh, okay. Well, I could still have a child out of wedlock.
No. I didn't say you couldn't have a child. So you're not having a child out of wedlock because you don't partake in those games.
I mean, you're right. I don't partake in those games, and I understand. I appreciate you guys for wanting to.
You can't get a Super Bowl ring and you don't play football.
I appreciate you guys for wanting to deal with the opposite sex. I'm just not one that wants to do that. I'm not one that wants to necessarily be married per se. Like, I can be with someone for a long time and not be married with them. I'm okay with common law. Like, still with gay people having common law rights and everything. I just don't know.
So back to my institution of marriage, that's my issue. The institution of marriage,
right,
is a different thing. Like, that's why I was like they fought for the right to have like legalized gay marriage and everything. And I'm like, the document, the paperwork and stuff like that, that's a institutional business thing, right? Like, marriage is like a whole like business in the United States, you know? Like, there's business benefits to being married.
There is. There also,
outside of that, marriage, if we're gonna talk on a spiritual term, that's probably the best way to describe it. That does not have to be constituted by legality. You and the person that you're in love with can give vows to each other in front of a group of people under the eyes of God and call it that. You don't have to get the paperwork.
Yeah. I mean, the paperwork it causes more money. I feel like it causes more stress on a marriage. Definitely. Even with dealing with heterosexual people. So when it definitely comes to homosexuals, because it does that, I mean, it just causes a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? Then a lot of people, I get a lot of homosexual people, when they go and get married, they don't realize that the other person's debt becomes your debt. and y'all are all deaded in together. So
Credit, all that good stuff. Yeah.
exactly. So if they owe child support and things of that nature, now you owe child support. And I do know relationships, and I know gay couples who are in that same predicament. Before the male was gay, he actually, used to be with women, and he's on child support, and he married a man, and now them two men gotta pay child support.
I mean, yeah, that's the when you go through the paperwork route.
What can
there's
you
a
do?
there's a lot of sticky situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's benefits to like tax benefits to it. There's a lot of benefits, but I mean, like, if you're getting married for like, you can really 1099 anybody. So like, like if you make that type of money and the woman's spending that type of money, you can really 1099 her at the end of the year and go ahead and write that bad boy off
And get that money
without
back.
being married. Yeah,
I know about that. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't think about
there's
that.
a lot of little things you can do. A lot of people
Don't know about. I didn't know you could 1099 that. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, bro.
I need 1099.
Yeah, and so like you can do that. You can, I mean, like housing, like selling a house, right? But it only like if you're married, if you're single, you get up to $250 tax free. If you're married, you get up to like $500,000 tax free. And like if you're selling a house more expensive than that or something like that, then does it really matter at that point if you're married or not?
Nope. Greg, which one was more expensive for you, getting married or getting divorced?
Oh, divorce. Well, yeah, divorce.
The divorce was more expensive. See?
Yeah, because getting married, the actual license to get married, it's cheap.
$75.
It's cheap. It's cheap as hell.
Johnny Taylor did say it's cheaper to keep them.
You can go to the what's courthouse,
And
drop 75, you good.
Yeah, that's all you really got to do. Now, you want to have like a ceremony, that's extra. I don't count that at all. That's extra.
That's on
Y'all
you.
had ceremony and stuff?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I wasn't invited, and
I wasn't invited.
I still
either,
feel
Greg.
some type of way.
I'm kind of sad.
Don't take it personal. Limited people. We ain't that much money. Don't take it personal.
I'd have paid for my own stuff. I'd have paid for my plate. I'd have gave you the money.
No,
It's
Greg,
your wedding. I would have. Whoop, whoop.
I would have.
I appreciate that, but at that time, different circumstances.
I could have came, thrown, cooked rice, all that.
Put it like this, it wasn't personal. It really wasn't.
All right, Greg. Well, as long as it was a business decision, not personal.
I didn't get to give my speech about Greg. None of that.
No, none of that. We didn't get to have a bachelor party or nothing like that.
We didn't get to take you to Vegas.
Yeah, and let you
And
have sex
get
with a
lost.
stripper.
Like The Hangover.
Yeah, exactly. Put you on the roof and stuff.
Greg, we wouldn't have got you lost. What you talking about?
They lost. They lost Doug.
In the Hangover, they got lost. Yeah, but we wouldn't have lost Greg.
We probably would have lost Greg.
That probably would have.
We probably more than likely would have lost Greg.
I would have known exactly which room to find Greg.
But no, the actual getting married is definitely cheaper than getting a divorce.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So it's out there, guys. Just.
I mean, once you have a
Try
kid,
to
it
work
really
it
don't
out.
matter.
It don't matter.
Nah, once you
It
have a
doesn't.
kid, it don't. It like it's expensive no matter what.
Yeah. True.
Boy, I tell you. Woo.
How is the little ones, guys?
Little ones, guys.
Greg, you don't have kids?
No.
No,
But Aki, you do.
What
How's
you
the
talking
little one?
what you said, Aki?
Aki. How's the little one?
Lord, me and you gonna fight that. He's fine.
That's good.
He's doing good. How was y'all's weekend?
It was good. I didn't really do much. Oh, I bought a car. Yay. I bought a car.
Yeah, don't pull up my house
everyone.
banging music like that no more.
I pulled up banging. Beating
Almost-
down your
I almost
block,
came
knocking
out the-
pictures off your wow.
Yeah, we're gonna knock some pictures off already. I was about to go outside and just start airing something out, and Greg looked outside and saw it was you, and I was like, oh.
Oh my
He's
god.
like, that must be Lloyd right there.
Yeah.
It better be.
Well, yeah, I bought a car this weekend. I did all that necessary for.
Where you get your car from?
I actually went to Facebook Marketplace and bought a car outright.
How much was it?
It was like a little over $5 by the end of the 5,000.
It's a new car, used car?
It's a used car.
No, I mean like
car.
as far as like date wise.
It's a 2013. So
Okay.
It's a couple of years old. But I'm gangster
cool.
like that. I could check it out. I don't have no notes, which is the best thing in life.
Nah, 5,000. You can get a down payment on a good car right there.
I could have gone that
The
route.
note would have been three something, especially if your
Not
credit's
with
straight.
my credit, my note would have still been 600.
Well, yeah, if you go get something that's in the past $40,000 range, but if you in like just like the 30, 35, you get something a little nice. 5,000 down.
I was looking at the maximum. Maximum for 5,000 down. The dude said he could do me like 4 something a month, but then my insurance gonna be 3. So we're looking
How
at
your insurance gonna be 3?
Well, see,
I've never paid past $150 for car insurance, I had a Nissan Murano.
I've had some things I had to deal with the court system in the past, and that is why I have that on my license, and it's a little more funding for me, to get all that. So I had some, so I'm sorry about that. However, that's what I had to deal with, so I went this route because it was cheaper in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling everyone, don't try to surpass the courts. When I was younger, I would try to do that, and that's not good. You will end up in jail.
Flip the thing. No, I'm listening to you. Keep going.
You will end up in jail.
You went to jail?
Having to a lot of money. I did go to
prison. What turned you gay?
A couple times. No, I was already gay.
How long you been
before
gay?
I died? All of my life.
When did you learn that you were gay? No, I just leave it like that. I
feel like when those hormones start coming in around like 13 and stuff like that.
So that's when we should start teaching kids about gender identity and gayness and stuff like that.
I feel like that. I feel like that's not
a good topic to teach.
That's not far off. No, it's good. I feel like that's not far off from wanting to learn about, because around 13 you start getting hormones and you start feeling certain things or whatever. I would not try to push my child to be gay or whatever, but I would just get a feel
allow
for
them
who
to
they
where
are.
they
Exactly. But 13 is a great age. I think anything
you
above 13.
You wouldn't be trying to teach it like all these other people.
No,
trying to teach pre-Kers and try to let them know about they, them, she.
I just feel like that's too much.
Fish identity.
Yeah.
Because we did not do that in pre-K, even though we, about sex and stuff like that. We did not want to,
Yeah, because you confuse. I'm like, you can't English language is already hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you want to make it harder on teaching kids the English language by introducing something that is not a common concept in society at the moment. It's really a fairly new thing, and on top of that, it's like it's something that y'all made up because y'all weren't feeling okay with yourselves. I'm not saying y'all as y'all, but like those people who
okay, well, just have to watch. Not necessarily not feeling okay with themselves, but they identify differently.
No, they don't feel okay with themselves. They weren't comfortable with who they were, and so they had to make up a new yes. What did you say?
They did not
what you
identify.
Said, yes.
Right.
I think what you said was better. let me know what you said.
Please actually don't have the people coming after us. They did not identify with their orientation, their sexual orientation, so then that's when they go he, her, then they are.
Nah, I'm ready for smoke. What you talking about? I'll be ready.
But
Twitter, Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Good job, Eli. I'm supposed to be Eli.
Yes.
The Wild West is coming.
Yes. I'm ready for the Wild West to be back. I ain't been on Twitter because I've been, they censored me on Twitter, so I had to, I had to be cool.
Facebook, I'm ready to see the shenanigans that's going to happen. I'm ready for it.
I can't even say half the stuff I can say on Facebook anymore. I was just like, man, they put me in Facebook jail too many times. I'm just like, yo, that's not. Hold on, I'm gonna double back to that. We're not gonna start there. I want to start with your girl first.
Who?
Meg the Mayor.
Megan stuff.
No, before we get to that, what about my weekend though?
Yeah, my fault. All right, go ahead.
Greg, what did you around here,
Greg, how was your weekend, buddy? I'm sorry.
My weekend was lovely. I took pictures at a wedding this weekend.
Oh, okay.
It was a very black wedding.
It was a very black wedding. We all know what that means.
Yeah, it was lit.
I ain't been to a black wedding. Tell me about this. My family, we.
Oh, you're trying to phrase? I forgot.
We high society.
Right. You're right.
We high society black.
It was. The ceremony was all nice. It was out in Cyprus. The ceremony was all nice and cool and everything. It was nice and wholesome.
It was in Cyprus.
Yeah.
And it was still black?
Yeah.
It was in the black part of Cyprus?
I wouldn't say
there's a black part of Cyprus?
I wouldn't say black part of Cypress. It was like it was between Cypress and like 249. It's spring. Cypress
That's
and spring.
It's definitely black part of Cypress.
Okay,
Yeah,
makes sense now.
That's really Willow Rook.
Yeah, ceremony was nice and wholesome. The reception was lit.
Did they have fried chicken and collard greens
They
and
had
stuff
fried
for the
fish?
reception?
No,
crawfish.
nothing fried.
Nothing fried?
Boudin.
They didn't have hot dogs and hamburgers, did
No.
they?
What they have?
Barbecue?
No,
I
they
saw
had.
they fed you.
What was it? I know. Obviously, they did the first course like the salad, regular stuff that people do. Then the main course was like this stuffed chicken, had spinach aside, had mashed potato and green beans.
Okay, that's good. Stuffed chicken is high to feed everybody.
It is.
That's how to do. Okay.
So it was probably So it was nice. It was.
And then
Hey, y'all don't
they
invite me
got
to your
ghetto.
wedding if you had stuffed chicken.
Yeah.
Y'all got stuffed chicken? Don't invite me. If you ain't got no open bar, don't
Actually,
invite me.
Did they have open
They
bar?
did have open bar.
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
there then. Okay,
Right.
I'll take the stuffed chicken for an open bar.
I don't see this being black. I see it being black as that grandma
I just took a
and
picture of.
great grandma
You
and
can see-
grandma. See, this is too nice. They had real plates.
They
when
did.
it's black, it's like
Real
great
plates.
grandma
They
and
had,
grandma. They cooked the food. Then we
They
got
had
paper
glass and
plates,
everything. Yeah, it was nice.
and then we got little cousin. He doing the DJing,
Wait,
and then it's not enough food for
swing over this way a
everybody.
little bit. There you go.
It's not enough food for
They
everybody.
had like a band there.
They had a band.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Greg. I don't.
This guy was on his saxophone. He was at random time would just get lit, get in the middle of the whole dance floor, and start playing.
Okay.
It was crazy.
All right. Yeah. That's
But yeah,
nice.
I got some good pictures. I'm done. I'm almost done with them actually. So, you'll see them.
It was a nice little time there.
It was
Okay.
nice. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Okay. Yeah.
It wasn't bad. So that was a good part on the weekend. Then I have the second part on the weekend. Well, it hasn't happened yet. I got to decide how to check this person, this client, this person I took pictures of last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll tell you about that off camera because, I ain't going to put business out there in the streets yet. I'll tell you about that afterwards, but. Yeah.
I did decide what I'm doing for my
Greg,
birthday.
you gonna have to run down on somebody?
No, they paid me. We're good.
I was about to say, Greg,
I ran down.
do that.
I ran down on somebody before.
No,
We could run down on
no.
them.
No, they paid me. We're good on that.
I sent goons to the main house and everything. I was like, hey, what? He started getting spicy with me. It was a little Armenian or a Lebanese guy. It was a little Lebanese guy. He getting spicy with me. I was like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear nothing that you talking about. I was like, run me my money or else. And he tried to get spicy again. So I called the goon squad. They went over, knocked on the door. They ran me my money real quick. And I told him, I was like, nah, I told you this. Like, I be pre-warning people. And people don't take my, I talk so casual and jokingly in conversation that I think people think I be joking about some of the stuff I say. And I be dead serious.
Yeah.
Like, I be like,
I don't know why
for
people
real.
would play around money like that anyways.
You said what?
I don't know why people play around money regardless. Money is money. You gotta pay. No matter how cool we are, no matter how cool we ain't, we're not. Money is money.
You're gonna pay what you owe Santa, and that's just true too.
Nah,
Basically.
Yeah.
it depends on who you are. Like, it depends on our relationship. Like,
You don't pay the people?
Huh?
What are you saying?
You said what?
You don't want the people to pay you, or you don't pay the people? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying it depending on the nature of our relationship depends on if I care about getting my money back from you or not, or getting the money that you owe me or not. You know,
Okay.
like it depends on the nature of the relationship I have with the person.
All right. I get that.
Yeah, even with like I'm still like iffy about I hate when like my family asks me to like take pictures or something like that. Cause I'd be like iffy about I'd be like, look, I'd be like, I don't want them to feel no type of way, but I'd be like, I'm expensive, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and so like whenever they be like, oh, how much? I'd be like, just whatever you gonna give me, just give me. I was like, it is what it is, you know, unless it's like something super extraneous and I have to like charge them the price.
Are y'all gonna take pictures at my birthday party?
No, not at all. What's wrong with you?
Please.
Look, we don't work for
I'm
free.
inviting the whole Aki cast to the birthday party. I didn't ask you to
Hey,
work
no,
for
who's
free.
Aki?
The Aki cast. To
And
the
what birthday party?
To mine. It's
Well,
it's not till August.
I'm afraid
so we got
of
time.
whatever kind of party you gonna have.
It's gonna be wild. So get ready.
Yeah, I'm afraid of whatever
Get
kind of.
ready.
I'm not trying to. No,
I'm gonna have the
Lloyd.
strippers. Strippers.
That's what I'm afraid of. What kind of strippers you gonna have?
I'm not gonna have male strippers, Aki. You know, I have more straight friends than I have gay friends. So I
don't
have
know this.
the stuff for the straight people. I have the entertainment for y'all. I don't really have the gay stuff. The gay stuff I go with my gay friends and we.
But
do
you had
that.
sex with a woman before.
Aki, wait a minute. Now you ask me personal questions that
That's
I
a good
don't
question.
like. I don't like.
You don't like that question?
No, I don't like that question.
Why?
Because
Bro, that's a yes or no
it's
question, bro.
pretentious. No, I've
It's
never,
not pretentious.
I've
It's
never had-
it's a legit question.
I've never dabbled in the woman, even though I have been pursued by other women to like, oh, let me just do it one time, and I was like, no,
But you never got it done by them.
no.
Nothing, no type of sex at all. Like, okay,
No.
that's not pretentious. It's a legit question. I know some guys who have. I know some guys who haven't. You know, it's cool.
I just don't like to blur those lines. I want to see clearly at that point in my life. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I respect it.
No, I respect. But that don't mean you ain't. That's why I asked, because you could have at any time point in your life have done it. You know.
Mm-hmm. No, I have. I know.
You
Gay
could have done
men
it, but like,
who
nah,
have
ain't
done
for
it.
me.
Yeah,
I'm
it could have
something
been in
else.
high school. You could have tried it out, been curious. You
Be
know,
like,
you
nah,
would've been
I'm good.
let me
good.
double check. You know, I don't know.
It's never been that way, guys. I'm so sorry. I've always just liked.
You
I've
gotta
always just liked
apologize to
men.
me.
You ain't got to apologize. I don't care.
That's your truth. Live your truth.
I've always
Live
just liked men.
in how you what makes you happy, bro.
Live. This is your story. You live it.
Well, I'm just saying, because I've have that question asked me so many different times, especially by different women, the straight women. They try to pride themselves on trying to turn the gay man straight or whatever, or
Try to turn you out.
they pride themselves to say, oh well, I got that gay man to have sex with me because I'm just so hot, you know, my vagina is just so good and all that other stuff, and I just never been attracted to it, so I've never really dabbed into it. But I've had women to try to pursue me in that form and fashion, but it's never gone past like, you know, that's just like my good girlfriend.
Okay, that's cool. So back to Meg the Mayor.
Megan.
The Mayor, yes.
Okay. So yes, I did listen to the song. I love the song.
Good.
Y'all talking about the Stallion, right? Megan Thee Stallion.
We're not talking about no song she wrote. I'm talking about her Gayle King interview.
Okay, I did not see it. Oh my God, yes, she was crying. What did Gayle ask her to make her cry?
What you mean? She was like, so he shot you? And she was like, he leaned over the window and shot me. And I was just like, wait, I thought you didn't know who shot you. And then, I don't know. Like, when she was telling the story, I wanted to be like, oh, yeah, you know, but I didn't feel that. Like, that type of energy didn't come out.
This is what
Like,
I
when
think.
she was telling the story, the only energy that came out was, I was like, she lying. I was like, she is truly lying.
I really think Tori slept with the best friend.
Meg said she ain't sleep with Tori.
Yeah, she did say that.
And I was just like, yo.
I don't believe that.
And then she paused. Like, the way she answered the question, it was like, am I going to lie about this or what? And I was just like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I don't understand why she feels she has to lie. You don't have to lie to us, Megan.
Why did Jussie Smollett lie?
Okay, wait a minute. That's two different situations. Well, I guess it would be the same in them making it up. I guess so. I don't know why Jussie Smollett lied. I don't know why
Come on, he
Jussie Smollett lied about that. I don't know why he
Smoothie
did that.
he didn't even just lie.
Exactly.
He like
Orchestrated the whole
orchestrated whole
crime.
thing. Yeah,
A whole
like,
fake hate crime.
To try and get more morale, or
I have
what?
no idea. I don't know. I don't even know what
The
is
motivation for
what
it.
was your outcome, purpose,
Your goal.
goal. Like, I don't understand these situations. For Megan, I kind of can see purpose, outcome, goal. You know, but at the same time, it's like, why put yourself in that kind of predicament? You know,
Why even?
I think my whole thing is I feel like, you know, it took me a while to get to this point. I'm just like, okay, Megan, you're doing a lot right now. Like,
I also don't like that she's speaking out about this, and
that's the thing. It's like
the trial hasn't happened.
that's I think that's what I'm at. It's like, yo, you doing a whole lot more talking than I would advise right now.
Yeah, honestly,
because what happens when you go to the court and actually, you know,
they're gonna pull that.
Yeah, you did that shouldn't happen. Now everything that she said is gonna come back all at once.
Well, not even that. So, like, if Tory, if Tory was found to have not done that or whatever, or he's found proven innocent, you set yourself up for a defamation lawsuit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The same stuff that Johnny Depp is putting his ex-wife through right now, or you set yourself up for that.
But she deserves it. She's saying all kind of stuff about Johnny Depp, and honestly, a lot of those things that Johnny Depp's wife is saying is basically, it's personal kind of relationship things. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when Johnny Depp got on the stand, it was her that was doing all the drinking and all the cursing and stuff.
The real kicker for me was the video where she was like, nobody's gonna believe you because you're a white man. Nobody's gonna believe that you were abused by me. Go ahead, Johnny. Tell the world that I abused you. They're not gonna listen. And I was just like, yo.
I can't believe Johnny Depp was.
I was like, this
abused.
man is a G for recording this.
He is. He is. He recorded it.
Yeah.
I was like, and everybody who Warner Brothers, Disney, all them who canceled him, like, y'all are stupid.
Yep. Y'all wrong for doing that too.
And this is why I don't like people jumping to make decisions on stuff before everything is played out, because you just don't know.
Yeah,
that's why I refuse to just even pick a side in this whole Tory Megan thing, especially because I like Tory's music, so I'm biased on that point. But I refuse to pick a side. Don't be kicking my mic, dog. I refuse to pick a side because it's one thing like. It's one thing if he like clear cut shot her, right? We can't even get an answer on if he even had the gun in his hand.
Yeah.
Well, because they said there were no prints. He had no prints on the
I mean, yeah, but like all that in the third, but like even when it first happened, like it was it was glass on her foot, and then it was it's shards. It's not a bullet. It's it's fragments. There is so many different things, right?
Fragments.
To the point, it's like, all right, so what is it? And then it's everybody's being quiet about it. Then Meg was like, and then he shot me, and it's like, you don't sound like you know for sure he shot you.
Yeah.
I think the best friends slept with the Tory. They fell out because they fell out at the same time.
I think Kylie shot her. Honestly, that's my conspiracy theory. But
who?
I think Kylie shot at her.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, I think they just trying to cover this all up for her.
Oh, because she was there.
Well, they was at her party. Something happened at the party. They got kicked out. You know, like I feel like there's a bigger story that ain't nobody talking about. Because like the part where he supposedly shot her and was like, this girl said that on the interview. He said dance beat and start shooting at her feet. And I was just like, yo.
She said that on jail?
Yeah.
And he is laughing. He's kicking at Megan.
Bro, I can see it in my head, and it's funny. That's why.
So you can see Tory Lanez doing that.
No, I'm saying I can see somebody do it. Like I can, you know what I'm saying? I can image it, and it's just like if somebody actually did that in front of me, I'd be laughing. Unfortunately, in that situation, just because that's not something that you like. Just you know what I'm saying?
That you just say.
Yeah, bro, and that's why I'm just like it's comedical. You know, it's comical, and I'm just like that whole situation, like. I feel like there's a story that nobody wants to tell there.
Yeah.
And I feel like the truth is furthest from what we actually think it is.
Yep.
And it has something to do with the Jenners, Kylie Jenner, the Kardashians.
Conspiracy theorist in me says Kylie's
that could be a whole
also.
different person we don't know about.
Yeah. Conspiracy theory in me says Kylie's involved also.
Did y'all speaking of the Kardashians, did y'all hear about the supposedly new footage of the sex tape with Kim them on the Kardashians?
New footage?
Yeah, there's supposed to be some new footage, but they buried it, and they buried it for real, because we ain't seen it at all.
What you mean new footage?
There's supposed to be some new footage. Remember
what, her and Ray J?
Her and Ray J. Yep.
What? They already had an hour-long tape out. We don't care.
I seen something like that.
Huh?
Was she supposedly like upset and crying on camera because of that?
Yes.
That part?
No,
yes. It was on her. It was on the the Kardashians are back on Hulu.
No.
Was it just about, was it some jokes or something
first
like
off,
that?
I don't want to talk about them, but no, her child was on Roblox and somebody had put something on Roblox and when he hit it, it was like her crying face, but it said Kim Kardashian sex tape on there. He can't really read yet, so and
Gotcha.
so she was just like, oh my God. You know, and that's why, I mean, like, I think that shows why Kanye has been making a big fuss and fight about keeping their children off of social media sites.
And I think that's
because
your
mom used to be
the talk of the internet.
Your mom used to be. Your mom ain't
the type of discussion.
She ain't always been Skim's Kim. You know,
right?
She was Skin Kim at first.
Yeah.
And so it's like in all actuality, I think like she don't realize that, but like Kanye really doing it to not only just like protect his kids from that, but like protecting you from your kids seeing that, you know?
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
And I don't feel like anything that Kanye has done, in my opinion, is bad.
He hasn't. And it's just more like,
I love Kim
bro,
Kardashian.
It'd be your people, dog, who I be arguing with on Facebook about this, dog.
Why? What did our people
who
do?
in Florida who try to sit here and call Kanye an abuser.
In Florida, hold on. Florida is a different race, being, creed. They are different humans.
The gay community different out there?
They are the whole everybody. The Republicans are different out there. The Democrats are different out there. The gay people are different out there. The cats and dogs are different out there.
The Bugs Bunny coming from the
I went to
United
Florida. I went to Tampa and ran away. When I tell you I was running to the airport, I ran to the airport just to get away from Florida. Florida is terrible. The people are terrible. The places are terrible.
Anyways, back to my point.
The only thing that's good about Florida is Disney.
Back to my point. We're actually going to talk about this today too. But back to my point. Yeah, they was trying to say Kanye has been abusing her and harassing her and stuff like that. And I really hate that narrative because I'm like, don't none of y'all know what harassment truly is. I'm like, because just because we're having a disagreement about the child and we're arguing about this stuff, that's not me harassing you. That's me talking to you about our child.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
Conversation.
Exactly, and that's my issue. You
Both
know?
parents have the right to say what they think is great for their child.
And it's like I have a right to my child as much as the mother. You know, I have father parental rights as much as my rights count just as much as yours. You know, and it's like you're not gonna do that type of stuff. And like a lot of people don't realize yeah, Kanye did the whole I do want her back thing. Mm-hmm. He harassed Pete Davidson. He didn't harass her.
Right.
He and even on that, and I feel like the whole Pete Davidson stuff. I feel like Kanye stuff was in public, and I feel like Pete Davidson was doing some sneaky behind the scenes stuff that we just don't know about. And I feel like that's how the back and forth was going.
Of course, and I feel like that too. And I also feel like Kanye's a great dad. I feel like Kim is a great mom, but I just feel like Kim, they benefit more so making Kanye the bad guy instead of just saying we're two different people. We've had kids, but we're done kind of with each other, and we just want to be alone, but to govern our kids together. They benefit off Kanye making Kanye a bad person, which I don't like. I don't like that Kim is doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a bad person. He's a hurt person. Kanye's had a lot of turmoil, and he's had a lot of turmoil and stuff in his life happen to him.
Saying, pull it down if you want.
Okay. But, I just feel like Kim should just back off when it comes to that.
The twisted thing? You twist it, untwist it, drop down. So.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
I know technical difficulties. I was just trying to help you out.
Let me lower this.
There you go, right
there.
We
go.
See, there you go.
I just feel like Kim, he is the father of your children. You decide to have 3 children with him. You don't have to make him 4 children with him. You don't have to make him a monster.
They had 2 boys and 2 girls, right?
I think so.
You don't have to make him a monster. And, a lot of the memes have been getting after Kim because they say the children's energy never lie, and they had a lot of pictures with they're together, but Kim is standing on her own, and the kids are all around Kanye. So it's like,
I mean, if my dad was Kanye and my mom was Kim, I'd kind of go hang out with Kanye.
I would hang out with Kim and Court and Chloe and.
Nah, I go hang out like me and Kanye. Yeah, my daddy make Yeezus.
Don't they live with Kim?
They live with Kim.
That's probably why.
Well,
yeah, they tired of her.
Let's be clear. Ain't no way. And they wasn't living with Kanye when Kanye was with her. He wasn't. He's not he got 3-4 different properties, right? That's
true.
He be all over the place. Man, be flying, making out. Man was living in Mercedes-Benz Stadium to make an album. How they gonna be up there?
Yeah, so I understand.
They gonna have rooms in the suites.
I mean,
so they probably just want to hang out with him more. They probably don't see
He
him
be
as
in
much.
Wyoming. You get what I'm saying? Like,
No, I know he be,
Yeah.
I know he be doing his stuff. I know that part.
so it's like for Kanye.
I was just saying it just because they probably just miss him a lot more than.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not.
No,
against
I was
Kanye.
just saying like he really be, you know. He
No,
be all over the
yeah,
place.
he's not. I'm not saying he's being a deadbeat. I'm just saying he's just putting in work. Because that's what he does.
Well, I mean,
He always done
they
that.
gotta work.
He always
must
done that.
work.
So that's all I'm saying.
No, I got you. I'm with you.
Cause I was the same way. My dad worked all the time. He was always out of town. I hung with him more while I could.
I think that's our culture as
What?
men in general. Like, you know, the wife take care of the home and the kids, and the men just go out and work.
I mean, when you rich like that, yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
Well, you either a suburban dad or you rich like that.
Yeah.
One of the two is gonna be it. You know. On to our next little. Oh, speaking of Florida. Disney, I don't know why you went to bat for a small 1% population of the community. I don't know why you did it.
Yeah, I saw what happened. I was like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to talk about this.
I have no idea why you went to bat for them. You know, not you, Lloyd.
gay. I mean, it doesn't even mean homosexuality. It means being happy.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
And they don't want you to. They don't want you to stay gay.
No. That's not what they don't want. That's not what they don't want at all.
What do they want?
I've actually kind of tripped you up because you already admitted that you would agree with this bill.
What is it? Go ahead. Go ahead, say it. 'Cause this is supposed to be surprise topics.
I'm a great journalist.
It's supposed to be surprise. So we're just kind of falling into
You've already
everything.
agreed with me on it. So you
What
agree
is
with
it?
the state of Florida, bro. It's not a bill saying that they can't say gay. It's a parental rights bill, meaning that the parents don't want the schools to teach them, like, they don't want their kids who are like pre-K to third grade learning about the non-binary terms and like you could be a woman, you can be whoever you, he, she, all that.
No.
Or them, they, and all that. They don't want the teachers teaching that. They want to be able to have the right to teach that to their kids themselves.
And no, and I stand by that.
That's all the bill says. It's 6 pages.
I stand by that.
The bill doesn't say nothing about not saying gay. The bill doesn't say that the teachers can't claim
Well, why
who
they
they
say
are.
they
Or
can't
anything.
say gay?
That is something that the left came up with.
The left?
That is something.
The Republicans?
No.
Or the right, which is the Democrats? Or
Yeah,
is
you
it
got
the other way
you got
around?
mixed up.
I got it mixed up.
Left is
okay,
Democrats,
so the
right is
left
Republicans.
is when did we become the left? I thought we was always the right. Because Democrats do right. So right. And Republicans go left. So left.
No, Democrats go left. Republicans stay right.
No.
I don't know why I don't know why you ever did this.
Who changed that? Who did that?
Nobody. Who freed the slaves?
The Republicans.
All right. So we can,
But, okay.
we can safely say Republicans always stay right.
I agree with preschool through third grade. I agree with that law, but the actual
I
fact
feel
that they cannot say gay.
I really
was
feel like it should be
retarded.
preschool through like really 5th grade.
Mm.
Because
Wait till middle school.
in like 5th grade,
Wait till middle school.
that's what for me. 5th and 6th was middle school. 7th and 8th was junior high. 9th through 12th was high school, like in Waller. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what, and like 5th and 6th, like 5th and 6th is when we start that whole like this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend type stuff. You know?
Yep.
So that's why I feel like at 5th grade, and I hesitate because I can't remember if we learned sex ed in like 5th or 6th grade.
I didn't.
Or like biology, anatomy. I can't like just totally. I know it's one of them 2 grades for sure.
Really?
But that's why I'm like, it should wait till then. Because there's too many other vital things that you need to teach kids up until that point.
Yeah.
That is not something. That's a theory based topic, to be honest. And it's not even a topic rooted in any type of like facts or like actual. It's all opinion and it's all theory. Like it's all opinion. It's not rooted in facts. It's not rooted in the science. It's not rooted in anything like that you can have like just good evidence to back up the argument. You know. It's and that's what I'm saying. Like the bill doesn't say, oh, you can't say gay. You know, it's not banning anybody from saying gay. That's something that they came up with to try to fight the bill. So in order to make something look bad to people who are not going to go read the bill, what do you say about it? You say, oh, they told us we can't say gay. And it's like, no, the bill doesn't say nothing about not telling you not to say gay or anything like that. It's telling you not to teach sexual identity or sex or anything like that to kids.
And I still stand by that. I feel like as being in the education system, as a worker, as a professional para, and I also worked as a Sims clerk, and I worked in the actual classroom. I feel like I worked in middle school, so I feel like by the time the kids get to middle school, they are already really grown.
That's what I'm saying. Middle school, I think, you should, because like at that point,
but
like,
no,
middle school, I feel like
third
when
grade
you start
is
finding yourself.
After third grade is fine.
And that's why I was
Fourth
like
grade.
third grade, and that's where, but like, so like the third grade piece, I was like, the only reason it's really dependent on like the school district and the way the school district is. Well, not like the way each school system in each state is different in the way it's set up and stuff. So like right now in Texas, like I think pre-K through 5th is all in the same school, right?
Yep.
Right, and so like,
and then the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
And I don't know if y'all ever met 5th graders, but boy, oh boy, I can say by chaperoning some field trips for them, the most annoying age kids in the world. And the most like trying to find themselves type kids, you know? So like 5th graders for sure, you know, like, and that's why I was like 4th, like, I feel like 4th through up,
the rest
might be fine, you know?
That's fine. I feel like, and then
pre-K through 3rd for sure though, like.
For sure. Just keep the babies out of this.
Yeah.
Churn the babies out.
And like, cause like even in 4th grade, like, I'm like, 4th grade, you had like playful flirting, you know, like, you know, pick on you flirting and stuff. You didn't really like. It still wasn't nothing like serious.
I remember 3rd grade. I don't know what was going on with my body at that time, but I remember 3rd grade. I remember the hormones. I remember how I felt about boys and stuff. So yeah.
So 3rd grade, most definitely. 3rd grade, like. So this one boy tried to get me in like we were playing tag, whatever, and like. I had ended up like me and this girl had like fell down the slide and I ended up on top of her and like I like tagged her but I touched her in her chest, and mind you she was flat chested, so you know, and again 3rd grade nothing about sexual body parts, nothing, like, you know, I don't understand what that even means to me, like, I mean, in all honesty, I can't remember what it was. It may have been around, I don't know, for the longest I was confused why girls and boys went to separate bathrooms. So, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. You know, and the boy was like, he touched my girlfriend's chest. And I was like, girlfriend? I was like, bro. Chest? I was like, chest? I was like, my God, we all got the same chest. What you talking about? Like, what are you saying about? You know, but clearly somebody at home or older brother, older sibling or something was teaching him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, at that point, you see where the lines can start messing up for kids. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So it's like, this is why we should just stay out of that, leave it alone. You know, it's actually funny, like that's why, again, this is why I said I'm mad at Disney for hopping in that. Right? Disney hopped in that. They didn't have to. They could have minded their own business. They could have, instead of, oh yeah, we're against this don't say gay bill, they could have actually just said what it was and been like, it's a parental rights bill that, you know, they could have been the truthful ones.
What did Disney say? What did they do?
They weren't saying anything until people, well, again, small minorities start yelling at them. Hey, the squeaky wheel start yelling. Instead of putting oil on the squeaky wheel, they allowed the squeaky wheel to get louder and louder. Instead of changing the squeaky wheel, they let the squeaky wheel just squeak. And they were like, they succumbed to the squeaky wheel. And they were like, all right, squeaky wheel, what do you want us to do? And they were like, fight this bill. We need our rights. And it's like, nobody took away any rights of yours. Yeah. No, parents were asking for their rights. Nobody took away your right to do anything. Mm-hmm. You have the right to teach your child whatever you want. We send our child to school forcefully, by the way. We don't really have an option. You know, we could either, it's either homeschool, private school, public school. We have to choose one of those three, and they have to go to school. You don't really have an option. Yeah. True. So therefore, if I have to send my child to public school, I don't want you teaching my child anything outside of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. None of that. You know,
how to write, how to do cursive.
Exactly.
Y'all have a lot of things that y'all don't teach the
That
children that y'all can implement.
Baking soda and what is it?
Oh yeah, the peroxide.
Yeah, baking soda and peroxide will blow some stuff up. You know,
Yeah.
like chemicals, all that. Teach that.
We learned all that.
School
was beautiful.
I don't need you to teach them anything else that I can teach them at home. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can teach my child is going to have the identity of me more than likely. You know, and then whatever else they pick up is what they pick up as they go over time. But I don't need that to come from you.
That's true. They don't need to teach that. Now y'all are wasting time. Y'all rather teach that than teach cursive.
Also, I don't like companies hopping into politics in general. So, because that now we ride a slippery like how people are mad that Elon Musk bought Twitter, and I'm like, again, government and companies shouldn't be together because you get the mess that we have now, where the political parties are succumbing to whatever whoever has the much
Well, I do believe that government should create regulations for companies at a certain point, especially when those companies are doing things to harm the environment, things of that nature. I do think that they need those regulations.
No, I think what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because even your regulations are BS.
You don't think they should have regulations though?
No. Your regulations are made by the companies.
But no, I think those regulations should be made by the government.
Yeah, they are through the company. That's what lobbyists are.
Oh, well, that doesn't make any sense. Of course, they're going to lobby for what they want to have happen.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Companies and politics shouldn't be in bed together, and they are.
Yeah.
I have to sit back on that one.
Yeah, campaign finance laws are what needs to be changed if we're going to be honest. Because then you can keep big corporations out and like big money out of politics.
Yep. Because, my corporation can't pay for that politician to do whatever, XYZ.
Anymore, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these politicians, and let's be clear, a lot of them live lavish lifestyles.
And that's supposed to.
On the left and the right.
Yep.
Yeah.
They both sides. Nancy Pelosi.
They live nice life, but don't do much.
Nah, Nancy Pelosi, like, they're honestly, like, a lot of Democrats and Republicans should be like, the DOJ is terrible because they really should be looking into a lot of these politicians because they are breaking laws because they buy stocks in companies that they have insider information about because of laws that they're about to make. Or their family members or something buy some stock because of laws that they're about to make. And it's illegal inside. Like, if it's either we're gonna be fair on the insider information tip or we not. You can't be like, you can't go do it and then try to hold court on people who did it.
Yeah.
And it's the hypocrisy is what we need to get. That's what we need to get off of. Like, and that's why Florida retaliated against Disney. Which, see, the state of Florida, as smart as they are, they're dumb. And Disney, as smart as they are, they're dumb.
I think it's the water.
At this point, two dumb people have made two dumb decisions, right?
Right.
Like, Disney should have shut up and just did whatever
Disney.
they're gonna. Yeah.
Just go be
like
Disney.
Now at this point, you're getting even more backlash because now all them videos surface with your executives talking about something. Well, yeah, I want like 55% of the characters to either be gay or my POCs, people of color, and it's like. And she identified as like
dirty game coming.
I forgot what she identified as, but it was like a lot of different little terms. I was like, baby girl, just be a black woman and call it a day.
Please.
Like, we don't need all that. But she identified as like 5 different things. And I was like, and you want somebody to remember that for everybody? Like, what is wrong with you? I can barely remember your name.
Exactly.
Like,
True.
And so it's like now you're trying to like, the indoctrinating children thing, and it's like, y'all doing all this, and this is why, like, Netflix. This is why Netflix is falling down. It's not Netflix is falling down because their content is starting to suck.
Yeah. What? I love Netflix.
Yeah, they lost like 1 million subscribers.
Really?
Just this quarter.
Their content,
just this quarter.
Their content, they raised the price, and their content is not getting. Yeah. Netflix used to have. We used to go to Netflix because they had bomb content. You stop having bomb content.
Mm-hmm.
Start making bomb content again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think y'all need to just. I don't know. I love Netflix. They
Anyways.
have all the because I like a lot of the crime shows. So like Confessions.
Hold on. We're gonna get back to Netflix. Just let me finish Florida real quick. So, this whole thing, like this whole law they wrote, right? It's definitely gonna be challenged in court. Disney is in no way, shape, or form do I think is ever gonna lose the Reedy Creek Improvement District, because the way the Reedy Creek Improvement District is set up, you're either gonna bankrupt Osceola and Orange County by dumping that on them, or Disney, like you're gonna have to allow Disney to continue to operate the way Disney operates.
Wait, what's
in some form or fashion?
What's the Orange County thing? What is happening? What's going on?
The California-based company, but
They're not California, but let's be clear here.
It's not California, it's Florida.
Disney World is a Florida-based company.
Okay.
If we're gonna be honest.
Okay.
Yes.
Their parent company, sure, California, however you want to.
Okay.
But if we're gonna be Disney World, as big as Florida is still the number one employer and majority employer of majority of Florida.
Oh yeah.
So therefore, you can't say you're a guest in our. No, I'm not a guest in my state when we're about as old as all of you politicians.
And we're helping your people get jobs.
Right. When we're, we're not a guest in this state. We single-handedly have brought an economy that y'all otherwise would never have in this state. You think Universal, SeaWorld, and all these other things popped up near us because we're a guest? No, they popped up near us.
They know it's money.
They saw us making money, and they're like, hey, we want to make some money too. Like, by no means is Disney World a guest in the state.
Yeah.
And for certain
who said that?
One of the Republican who wrote the bill.
Oh, wow.
And again, some of the Republicans got mad because Disney funds some Republicans and Democrats out there, and they took that funding away because they were trying to fight against the parental rights bill, right? Oh. And it's like that's like now you're basically saying that there's a quid pro quo here, or a quid pro quo here, and that's illegal. Like there's a lot of great ways that I'm pretty sure Disney's lawyers are going to figure out how to fight this, but I'm pretty sure the Ron DeSantis and the other people who have all made this bill have put themselves in a bad legal situation, because what you're doing is retaliatory.
Oh, it's different. It's clear retaliation.
Yeah, because you didn't have an actual finite conversation. If you had like a sit down conversation, it was like, oh, this is why we want to, do this, because it makes sense. This law has it made sense for y'all to create the district back when y'all did, but now you don't need it anymore. That's not true, because Disney fixes their own roads on the property. Disney has their own police force on the property. Disney has their own fire department.
They pay for everything.
Right. Disney has a board of
can't tell. The whole guest thing makes no damn sense now.
It's a city. Disney is 2 times the size of Manhattan.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So Disney World's property is a city of its own.
It's the whole other country.
Inside Orange County and Osceola, which at the time when they first came out there was no way that they didn't have the services to even provide to Disney back then. Disney runs its own water, sewage, and electricity.
Wow.
So it's like
you could be an electrician working for Disney.
Boy, Mickey Mouse running the whole world.
That's crazy.
Like now, I'm just like Disney World is literally that
real world,
and it's like so you're trying to basically dismantle
a whole world that does that.
The city, because Disney World it might be the exact same size as the city of Orlando, if not bigger, maybe like because it's not technically in the city of Orlando, but like Disney itself, like. That's one of the biggest cities in that county, So you're trying to dissolve an entire city that has $1 billion of debt, mind you. Why? Because I'm pretty sure somebody smart was like, well, if we sit with $1 billion of debt, can't be, just bothered with, They pay 160. Not only do they pay the regular Orange County, Osceola, the property, state taxes and stuff like that. Like they pay like 21 million in taxes or whatever, right? Damn. They end up paying themselves 165 million in taxes, which that's how they they basically tax themselves and pay themselves taxes.
Yeah.
But that's how they keep the road work and the police, the fire station, the electricity, the water. That's how they pay for all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, if you take all that away, A, Disney gets $165 million tax break because they don't have to pay that anymore. Right.
Crazy.
B, they keep talking about, no, they'll be on the hook for this $1 billion in debt. And it's like, how are they going to be on the hook for $1 billion in debt for something you're dissolved? That since you dissolved it, I can actually, if I am on the hook, bankrupt it. Right? Because y'all already dissolved it. So bankrupting Reedy Creek wouldn't be no, woohoo. Or, see, the residents are on the hook for the $1 billion.
Yeah, I want to say that can be the one.
Right. And due to the way Florida's laws are made up and written and stuff, they can't charge Disney any extra tax outside of that $21 million that they pay. Yeah. So Florida,
stupid games, win stupid prices.
Florida has basically Florida, like, in retaliation, and so there was another thing saying that like they try to write in the bill that this law doesn't count or whatever, but there is a law that's saying that you can't dissolve. They basically couldn't dissolve Reedy Creek without the residents' approval.
And that ain't gonna never happen.
Well,
Never happen.
considering that the resident is Disney,
But I say that ain't gonna never happen.
Never ever.
there has to be like a vote. Yeah, and considering this, like, I'm pretty sure Walt knew what he was doing. He like came out there, lobbied, and made that law.
Exactly.
And I don't think DeSantis and them has ever actually like looked like. I think they did this quickly, not looking truly into it, thinking about like they did it. Well, I feel like they did it as just a political stunt. They either did it as a political stunt, knowing that it was going to be challenged and it wasn't going to last, or they like there's something there. Like, I promise you, Reedy Creek is not like. The fact Disney hasn't come out and said anything lets me know that Reedy Creek is not over with, because they're not going to just sit there. First off, the board members aren't going to let nobody not do anything about it.
All right.
And Disney's not just going to sit there and just roll over and be like, okay, especially when you own Florida.
Thank you.
Like, and that's what like DeSantis and them were like, yeah, this is our state, and it's like, nah, bro.
This is
be
Mickey
clear.
Mouse State.
We don't think about you when we come to Florida. We think about Mickey Mouse and his friends.
Exactly.
Mickey Mouse owned this.
You are not Mickey Mouse and his friends.
Exactly. I mean,
Florida.
just thinking about.
I'm going to Disney. I ain't going to Florida. I'm going to Disney World.
Exactly. And I'm thinking about all because when I went there, I stayed in Kissimmee, so I'm thinking about all
That's what Disney World is. Yeah, Disney World is technically in Kissimmee.
Okay, well, I'm thinking about all the economic wise, like all the different shops that sold the off brand, the old Disney stuff.
Created the economy of Florida.
I mean, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy.
You're known as a vacation state because of Disney World.
Because of Disney World.
Most of the good golf courses sit near Disney World.
Exactly.
It's absurd that you would even go through this fight, but
Hey, what can you do?
that's Florida. So back to Netflix real quick. So what were you saying? You like the shows?
I love the shows on Netflix. I'm a big like crime investigation, catch the killer type of thing. So they got a lot of like
they do.
The Confessions of a Killer and all of those. Those are my shows. So Netflix could do no wrong.
Small
for me.
market of people.
I guess you're right. It's small market.
Netflix is getting beat up. Well, some people are saying it's because like the show that they have about the like pregnant guy or whatever, or pregnant trans man, or like. Some people are saying Netflix is dying because they've chosen to go woke, right? And it's like, I can see that.
I didn't see the. I gotta look on my phone.
What?
Trans man. I didn't see that show. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I feel like they've buried that show actually.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can go search it or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they.
It's not gonna be highlighted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they buried it because I don't think it got the best, But like Netflix.
But I don't know. Just over this past thing when they added Girlfriends and they added all the different black shows like that, one-on-one.
You adding shows that everybody got rights to. Netflix. Well, the reason we gravitated towards Netflix is because of that big old Netflix original piece.
Yeah.
Not because You brought up Girlfriend's old IP.
Girlfriends 101.
Yeah, like we didn't gravitate over there.
Half and half.
Right,
All that
and
on Netflix.
well, actually, funny thing, if we're gonna be honest, like outside of old IP, Netflix don't have that many black shows.
They don't.
Like they don't have that many black original shows.
I think they just canceled Raising Dion too.
Huh?
Raising Dion.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of different shows like Nurse Ratched. A lot of those shows did not come back after the pandemic. Those shows that shot
again.
The pandemic.
So, and this might be just because I know a little bit too much about like the inner workings of Netflix and execs, but they be rotating execs and stuff over there and different people, and so like certain people, if they're in like certain areas, like they'll cancel shows even if they'll cancel shows saying the demographics overseas didn't work, right? And it's like, bro, these shows aren't for the people overseas; they for your American market.
Yeah.
And now the market is showing Netflix like, hey, you keep trying to pump these overseas shows out and dump them down our throat, but your IPO is in our stock market. Now you're gonna get hammered, buddy. Guess who you're losing millions of subscribers from? It ain't from overseas. It's from over here.
Your own backyard.
Yeah, because you forgot to keep catering to us as long as you're pandering to them too.
Bite the hand that feeds you.
Right. That's the other piece why I got mad about Disney getting involved is because them, along with Netflix and all these other people, like these American companies who try to make this stance on, bro, y'all operate in China, y'all operate in Saudi Arabia, y'all operate in where? They operate in like certain African countries. Like you operate in all these countries that have strict laws against
what they can show on TV.
Against y'all.
They're homophobic.
Okay,
AF.
I was trying to find the correct term, but yeah, they have strict laws against the gay community. Like they have strict laws against being gay.
Yeah.
You know,
I see it on Nigeria all the time.
They you go to jail, get killed.
They beat the gay
Saudi
people
in like Saudi and Dubai and all that. Yeah, like
And you in bed with them.
Iran, Lebanese, right? China got Muslims locked up in concentration or re-education camps. You know, like, and it's like, yo, like, y'all speak out against all these American things that happen, but like overseas, bro. You still do business overseas and you don't say nothing. So that's my issue. Like, don't say stuff over here if you're not gonna say stuff over there. You know, I don't care what your employees over here are saying. Guess what your employees overseas aren't saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So shut up.
And then a lot of the shows I did notice my significant others like, you always watching something with an accent because that's all that's really on Netflix.
That's all that's on Netflix. Yeah,
but it's good though. It's still good.
I don't watch it. Like some of these shows be good. Yes, but like so like actually funny thing is the shows from overseas, they don't be woke like the ones over here. Like the ones over here they've started coming with like for real like women empowerment agendas, which again, nothing wrong with that, right?
Right.
But like it's a difference when it starts affecting the story and the show and the flow of the show. You know, it's different when you're making these monologues that like about women. And it's like, yo, that's also my other big issue. Like writers nowadays, they've like lost their way, bro. Like I'm like Dear White People. I love Dear White People, right? That last season was terrible.
I ain't watched the last season.
Right. And like
I just couldn't do it.
The showrunner I think is like a trans woman or whatever, and she was one of the main people who like got mad at Dave Chappelle and stuff and like all this other stuff. And then when I see that she was like the showrunner for like the last 2 seasons of Dear White People, and this like especially like this last season, I was just like, yo, I'm like,
I didn't watch Dear White
you
People.
so focused on like being like on like what you trying to put.
and
Yeah, you so focused on like
putting
being
out
stuff
what
that
you want to. Yeah,
you forgot to be a creative and just create.
Yeah. Now the show suffered.
And low key, that's like there's so many issues here, you know. Like that's my issues with, especially like, and the whole California-based company thing is just because like they're infiltrated at this point. I really feel like they're just infiltrated by like extreme leftists or like extreme people who have these extreme views that they just want to shut down people's throats, you know. And I'm like, you can't ever go extreme.
No.
You have to remain neutral and understanding, because when you go extreme, you alienate the other half.
Yeah.
And in your fight for equality, you end up being unequal to the other half. So
you being exactly what you're fighting against.
Yeah. You turn into the evil that you claim that you trying to fight against. Reason why I'm so proud that Elon Musk bought Twitter. However, my main topic today is the PayPal Mafia and how they have unequivocally ran our lives.
The PayPal Mafia?
Yeah, bro.
PayPal within itself? PayPal? Actual PayPal?
Yeah.
The people?
There's a PayPal Mafia.
Dang.
The people who started PayPal.
Oh, well. I don't do PayPal.
You do Cash App?
I do Cash App.
PayPal Mafia.
PayPal Mafia. Oh, Cash App, Chime. Oh, that's PayPal Mafia. Vimo. Oh, that's PayPal Mafia.
You on LinkedIn?
I'm on LinkedIn.
PayPal Mafia.
Dang.
You watch YouTube?
I watch YouTube.
PayPal Mafia.
Dang. PayPal. I didn't know I was a part of y'all.
Hey, look. What else? Yelp. PayPal Mafia.
Oh, I can't stand Yelp.
A lot of that, bro. Hey, man.
I don't get Yelp at all.
Facebook, PayPal Mafia.
Facebook is not PayPal Mafia.
Twitter was like low key PayPal Mafia. Nah, Facebook PayPal Mafia. Peter Terrell put in money on Facebook. Twitter was PayPal Mafia, but now it really is PayPal Mafia.
What about Zelle? Is that PayPal?
Affirm
Mafia?
PayPal Mafia.
Well,
who else? Postmates PayPal Mafia. Uber PayPal Mafia. I said Affirm.
Quick Pay. Is Quick Pay PayPal Mafia?
I don't know who Quick Pay owned by.
That's
some of these you gotta go to the parent companies.
Klarna. I think it's like Quick Pay is under Klarna, which it gotta be under Affirm.
PayPal Mafia. All that PayPal Mafia there.
That's crazy. What did they do?
Who, the PayPal Mob?
Yeah.
Pinterest, PayPal Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Lyft, PayPal Mafia. Airbnb, Eventbrite, Wish. Everything Elon Musk owns. All these the PayPal Mafia group is a group of people who so Elon Musk, Peter Terrell, and I can't think of the other guy, but those three. So Peter Terrell and this other guy started these they started these online payment companies, right? Mm-hmm. Elon Musk, well, first off, everybody got their money by selling some type of computer project to, like, so Peter Terrell and them sold to Microsoft. Elon sold the Compaq. So they got their first multi-millions that way. They in turn flipped it and invested in, Elon Musk started X.com. Peter Terrell and them started like Confici or something. I can't think of the name, but Confini, something. They started that and like a service under that called PayPal. And they were both doing basically online payments and stuff. And they both started doing eBay. And so they both started doing payments on eBay and all that stuff. And they were rivals at first. Peter Terrell and them started running out of money on the PayPal front. But they had a lot of like users and stuff. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk had all the money, not a lot of users. Come together. Boom. We create a bigger, better PayPal. First it was X.com PayPal thing, and then it became just PayPal, and they went to war. Well, eBay had came out with this thing called like Brightline Pay or something like that, and they were at war with eBay. PayPal essentially went to war with eBay, won the war.
I'm about to say and won.
And forced eBay to basically buy them out for $1.5 billion, which in turn, I've never seen, like, they all split the little money, right? And they all went and invested in every tech company basically out there now. Elon Musk went and bought rockets and then started Tesla. He actually started SpaceX before he started Tesla. But he bought rockets, then he bought Tesla. Peter Terrell bought all the other companies that you could think of. And then there's like underlings that were under them at the company. Mm-hmm. Like 3 of them started YouTube. Another one started LinkedIn. Another one started Yelp. And they all just helped fund all this stuff.
Okay.
Square is owned. They own Cash App. They used to own. They were kind of the parent company to Twitter at one point, but it's basically Jack Dorsey's company and stuff, you know. But PayPal Mob invested in Square, you know.
Yeah.
Therefore, I think it was like 06 or 08 or something like this when like Twitter first went public or something like that, or like a little bit after Twitter first went public that. I think Jack Dorsey said something about like Elon Musk would be the perfect person to like buy it and take it private again or whatever. Come 15 years later, really, I think just 5 years ago, Elon had tweeted. He was like, some tweet exchange happened, and he was like, somebody was like, you should just buy Twitter, and he was like, how much is it? And it's like, it's funny, like all these jokes, right? But then it's like,
That's real.
all these jokes weren't jokes. All these jokes were like strategic strategy, and it's at this point,
Elon Musk now owns Twitter.
Elon Musk owns well, because like SpaceX, like Elon Musk is trying to give internet to the world, and he's trying to do it through SpaceX. He's also trying to get to Mars and build a colony out there, but that's different. But
yeah, I just heard about that.
yeah, he's trying to give like internet to the world. So like Elon Musk is like on some whole like Elon Musk is in an entirely different playing field, and like the man is unfortunately like just that smart. You know, like he's not like he sold like a game for $500 like when he was a kid, and then he flipped that, and so he made the little computer program so that the compact, and then made the X.com, which turned into PayPal, so that made SpaceX, Tesla, and everything else we see today. The Boring Company, all the other stuff, you know? Like Elon Musk is like he is the billionaire. He's Batman. He's Iron Man. He's like real life Batman, Iron Man, you know? Like that's who Elon Musk is.
But I don't like that I can't purchase nothing on eBay unless I upload my PayPal and then do it like that.
Well, yeah, when you
Elon,
spend
can you
1
change
point,
that?
nah, Elon, no, they sold it to eBay. eBay bought it for 1.5, and that's what it is now. That's why you can't do that, because eBay.
And then it takes like 2 days for the money to come on PayPal. You like, dang, I want to order my shit now. I mean, my stuff now.
I could choke you. We was doing so good. Oh man, we was doing so good.
Progress.
Yeah, the whole mafia. The whole mafia is like they run tech. They run Silicon Valley. That's what the mob. And the funny part is about that whole like mob is that I don't know if y'all like watched the news after he bought it, but like all the liberal media outlets have been losing their minds. Like people have like, granted, Elon Musk has never stated where he stood politically, right? But I can guarantee you it ain't all the way right and it ain't all the way left. And a lot of people say he's a libertarian, you know? And so it's like Elon Musk stands for just the betterment of people, I feel like, you know? And they're mad because now they know that all the people that they silenced and censored and quiet them and their free speech rights are going to come back and be able to speak and talk again and go after them, you know? Like one guy, I think he was on CNN, he was talking about how like he can influence elections, and like you could turn down one politician's stuff and turn down another stuff and turn down, you know, one story about a politician and turn up another story. And it's like, but y'all like, no, you're saying it's just not going to work in your favor. Yeah. Is what you're saying. Because they were doing that in the last election. Y'all suppressed the story about Hunter Biden and said it was fake Russian disinformation. Turns out it's true, and now there's a whole case. And the same with Donald Trump. Now Joe Biden might be implicated in some stuff. Right. You know? Right. And so it's like, yo, like, nah, bro, like, y'all, like,
sour grapes.
Y'all are living on it. Yeah, y'all are living on this hypocritical playing field where it's like silence everybody who doesn't have the same thought and opinion as me. Elevate everybody who does. Anybody else can just get lost. And it's like, nah, that's not how America works. That's not how America was founded. That's not how we play in America. Guess what? Freedom of speech, whether it's social media or wherever else, should be allowed. You know? Guess what? Y'all cried and said, well, these are private companies. They can censor, do whatever they want. Well, now, guess what? Twitter's about to be fully private, and they're going to allow people to come back on there and do whatever they want.
Yeah. That's the
same energy.
Trump.
Huh?
Including Donald Trump?
Trump claims he's not coming back because he owns True Social, and, you know, they got that.
He'll be back.
But True Social ain't popping like that.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Like, I tried to get on True Social. I can't even I don't even
figure
know.
it out.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Yeah, no. I feel like he'll be back too.
Oh, Big T about to be the first one back. I guarantee you, Big T coming back. He going, I'm back.
I mean,
I told y'all Joe was a criminal.
I'm okay with everybody expressing their political opinion, but I just don't want it to get. I feel like they did that because Donald was just getting too reckless.
Well, how many times I cussed you out this morning?
Like 500,
Okay.
but Donald was getting too. It was
Nah,
too
Donald
reckless.
wasn't getting too reckless. It's not too reckless, bro. Just because I say something that you don't like or agree with doesn't mean I should shut up. If you don't like what I'm saying or agree with, don't look.
Oh, don't follow that person on Twitter.
Twitter is such a easy place to
block
not be
people.
bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's so true.
You know,
You can have your own little world on Twitter. Nobody will ever know.
exactly. So therefore, don't get mad at something else somebody else saying. But they're influencing a bunch of other people. Guess what? Those people they're influencing, it ain't to influence someone. They actually have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Therefore, those people I am influencing already have the same mindset and agree with me.
Exactly.
They already felt the same way I do.
That's
I'm
true.
just saying it. So you can't nah, bro. Like, I don't want to hear that. And like, I hate. I used to have so much respect for Joy Reid. I hate Joy Reid now, dog. Because it's like your whole show has turned into like MSNBC, CNN. Like, I used to have respect. Well, I started having lack of respect for them for the way they were treating black people during like the original like Ferguson massacre and all that stuff. That's when my respect started to be lost. But now I have like total like just loss of respect for them because it's like y'all are A, blatantly lying to people, B, pushing narratives that just aren't true, and C, if it's not according to whatever agenda the Democrats are pushing, y'all like it's a lie, it's disinformation, it ain't true, it's blah blah blah, it's this that, it's not fair, and it's like none of that is true. None of that at all is true. Y'all are mad. And like, there's somebody else was on The View. I think it was like somebody. I can't think of the girl's name on The View.
Which one?
The
'Cause
light
I
skinned
watched
black
The View.
chick.
Sunny.
Yeah, Sunny. It was Sunny.
Houston. Shout out to The View.
Sunny was
Love
like,
y'all.
Sunny was. I ain't shouting nobody out. Sunny was like, now white men. This is just for white men to have their freedom of speech on Twitter again. And it's like,
I mean,
yo,
it is,
if
though.
white men have their freedom of speech, black women got their freedom of speech too.
Yeah.
Stop, if somebody says something that you don't like, you got 3 options.
Block them, mute them, unfollow them. All right, delete the app.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my fault. I guess you got 4. Talk back.
Yeah.
Argue with them back. If
Yeah.
that's what public discourse is. If you say something I don't like, guess what? I get to go back at you.
Yeah. No, that's true.
That's true.
At the end of the day, you know, like I can go back. I can fire. I can shoot back. And that's why I'm just like, I'm like,
if you're about it, you can defend yourself.
bro. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah. A lot of y'all don't know how to shoot back. So y'all's answer to shooting back is they need to be censored. And it's like
they didn't want that narrative being going because you never know what it can create.
What narrative?
Like okay, with the Donald Trump narrative, as
Which
far
one?
as like all of them,
nah,
they didn't
pick
want
one.
any
Nah,
of them.
I want to hear. Oh, pick one and let's go.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. Narrative, Donald Trump. Okay. So he said something about just his discourse. Okay. I would choose the one, just his discourse for women. Just him being able to say, like, I can grab her.
Bro, that was
woman
an
part.
off mic conversation.
It was not off mic,
It
though.
was.
It was.
It
They
was
got
off
him
mic.
They got
that
him
was
off
never
mic.
on camera.
It was definitely hot
like
mic.
they had mics on. The mics aren't supposed to be hot. The mics aren't supposed to be recording. Somebody did that. Somebody did that and like knowingly put that out there.
Yeah.
And they did that on. That's pushing a
I low-key
narrative.
felt bad for Billy Bush that time because he lost his job and Jerome survived.
Pushing a narrative
Yeah.
that didn't need to be pushed.
And the wrong result happened. The wrong guy got fired.
And the other guy got to be the president.
And now they got 3 presidents. So they didn't do
Right.
what they thought they were going to do.
Because let's be honest, Lloyd. That's not stuff that we ain't said off mic.
I did never said anything like that on mic or off mic. I just want to say that I've never said anything of that nature. Okay, maybe Greg or
That's
maybe
because you're not walking around here
Aki
grabbing women by the.
have grabbed the woman
But
in
let's
that
be
form
clear.
of fashion.
Nah, bro.
I've never grabbed a man in that form of fashion.
Time out. Bro, you just talking about you be getting groped at parties. I don't hear this.
I was groped,
All right, so
but I didn't
there
do
you
the
go.
groping.
All right. What I'm saying is, locker room talk is just that. It's for the locker room. I don't like y'all want guys not to say guy things. Guys shouldn't say stuff like this. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, we say stuff like that, okay? But we don't say stuff like that to your face because we have respect for you. Mm-hmm. We say stuff like that to each other behind closed doors, you know? Like, boy, if my group text ever got leaked, oh my goodness.
Same here.
You know, like, goodness gracious. I mean, I be checking the guys in my group chat sometimes because sometimes they be going overboard. I'm like, that ain't cool whether we in private or public, you know?
Okay.
Like, I do check them, but I'm just like, we say outlandish stuff, bro. You know, like that's the way it's always been, you know?
Okay. I mean, I agree with that. I say some stuff too. I say
right,
bad stuff
and
too,
what
so.
Donald Trump said honestly wasn't a lie. That whole when you're a superstar, they just throw it at you. That's true. Yeah. They do just throw it. When you got money, they throw it at you, bro. Please tell me I'm lying.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
So then that wasn't never supposed to be out in public though.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
They was on the tour bus. They was in the bus.
Should have been a private conversation.
It was a private conversation.
Well, I mean, it should remain private. It should have
stayed a private conversation.
Should have never been public.
Somebody put that out there maliciously.
Yeah.
Maliciously, with the intent of smearing Donald Trump.
Okay, and what about the radio show host that called the girls nappy headed? Remember that back in the day?
That was live though.
That was
not a private conversation. That was live, Mike.
That was live on the mic.
It was Don Sterling.
No, it was
I forgot
Howard Stern.
No, it wasn't Howard Stern.
I mean, Howard Stern be saying stuff like that, but no, it wasn't him.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, that kind of narrative. I think they just wanted to kind of just like straighten that out a little bit.
No. So there's two sides to this, right? Sure, it was politically incorrect to say.
Okay, thank you.
Don Imus.
But he does have the right to say whatever he wants to say.
He does have the right to say what he wants to say, but
whether it's wrong or right, he still had the freedom to say that, right? Now, granted, there is things that you say that are right and wrong, and you as a person, who you are as a moral human being, should determine and be, decide like, hey, you either gonna stand on what you said or you're not. I don't say nothing that I can't stand on.
And also, if you the consequences that come, it depends on who you work for. If you work for somebody,
right?
Or so that's a different conversation. That don't mean that you can't say it.
Well, I'm saying, but even going back to Donald Trump on Twitter, he was a president. We've never had a president like that to say
anything that he wouldn't stand on. Things. Yeah, he was abrupt in your face. So what?
That's why they had to
censor
it. What is
a president?
A president is not. We've never had
they were censoring it because they didn't agree with it or they disliked it. They weren't censoring it because he was lying or he was wrong.
Well, it was embarrassing.
Not embarrassing for who?
For him to for our country.
No, it's not embarrassing for our country.
I feel like he was embarrassing us on the other.
No, forget that. Donald Trump told Germany they were stupid for having all that oil come from Russia and all this other stuff, right?
Right.
Donald Trump went over there. Went ham on all these other countries. Fast forward, now we got Russia invading Ukraine. Guess who has a stronghold on oil in Europe? And Russia. Guess who told them that they was going to have a stronghold on oil in Europe?
Russia.
Donald Trump told them this, though.
But I thought that a lot of our oil and stuff came from Afghanistan. When did that switch? When did we go to Russia and get the oil? Why don't we have our own oil?
We did. Biden got rid of our own oil.
All of it is all gone.
Biden single-handedly ruined our oil company. Because of
the regulations.
All the regulations. Yeah, we were energy independent. So much so to where we were selling oil and stuff over. Like Donald Trump had us set up. Biden came through and was like, "Hey, the leftists said, the extreme left people said, let's do climate change. Same people who said we should be identified as fish say that I'm serious. Somebody like dead put this on TikTok.
Yeah, we should be identified as fish.
They had a whole bunch of different identities, and I was just like, I'm not playing with y'all. Anybody who has colorful parts in their hair, I don't want to hear stuff from y'all. I don't want to hear nothing because y'all not serious. Matter of fact, some of these teachers who were like, so there's a libs on TikTok. On Twitter, they got like kicked off or like censored or whatever, like banned. Like there's this whole. I was gonna talk about libs on TikTok, but like one of the videos had like several teachers that had this like green stuff in their hair, like this green hair, and I was like, yo, I swear to God, if my son ever had a teacher like that, I am pulling him out of her class.
Because they have dyed hair?
Yes, because I can't take you serious as an educator at that point.
Well, why
Matter of fact,
not?
I'm actually thankful
Why
that
not?
Texas has. Lloyd, I wouldn't let my kid be in your class.
Why?
Let's be clear.
Because I have blonde hair?
Yes, Lloyd.
That does
Also,
not.
I know you as a person, so no, yeah,
That
I
is
wouldn't let you
not-
teach my child.
That does not.
What?
That does not have anything to do with my willingness to educate. I really care about kids getting a education. Now, do you care about your child getting an education, or you care about my blonde hair?
Well,
and my green nails.
I think. Well,
what do you care about?
So I'm gonna go back to an earlier point that he is made by having to be forced to send his kid to school.
He said what?
So he made a point earlier about how he had to send your kid to school by law. You were forced to do it, right?
Right.
So using that logic, I'm just putting myself in his shoes, right? Not saying that's what he would do, but if I didn't feel comfortable with the teacher, doesn't matter what the reason is. Like you could be the best teacher in the whole world, but if I don't feel comfortable sending my child to you for whatever reason, as a parent, that's my right.
Lloyd,
If I don't
Lloyd.
agree that you can do the best with what's best for my child, even though you could be, that's my own choice to make.
Especially because a lot of children like me and they cling to me.
But
that would be very heartbreaking.
But he might not like that though. He might not like that. So he won't pull his kid out of school. Then that's not on him.
Okay, well
that's his choice.
Go pull your children out.
Ain't no pull. I'm switching teachers. Give me the teacher who ain't got no color in their hair. They know how to come to work dressed, and they know how to teach.
I know how to come to work dressed very well.
And they know how to teach.
I know how to teach.
Lord,
very well.
Again, lack of ability, my lack of trust. I don't know. I don't believe you can teach. To be honest,
my mother was.
Lord,
a teacher.
you don't even show up here on
grandmother
time. I don't know.
Now I am going to get to class a little tardy.
That's my problem.
That's why I don't have a first period. Just second through the rest of the thing.
All you colorful hair teachers, y'all be like that. No, bro. If I ain't got nobody like my mama and grandma, I don't know.
My grandmother taught.
My mama the best teacher at the school. She ain't got no color in her hair.
That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean people who have color in their hair. I don't understand that.
Teachers who come to school to teach, not who come to school.
But this is
and
not.
They look.
I didn't dye my hairs to. I dyed my hair because I want to.
They let you dye your hair and teach?
Yes, they do. I can have all kind of colors. I just can't have like purples and greens.
Lloyd,
and
what school were you
and
teaching
stuff. I was teaching at Lewis Middle
School. It's in A-Leaf, right?
It's in Aldine.
Aldine? Northside, right?
They can let you not. All the districts have only a policy where you can't have like green hair, you can't have like purple hair or anything like that. But natural colors like blonde and brown and things of that nature that people actually grow red hair color, you can actually have those hair colors. Yes.
Pick me.
Yes. Yes, Aki.
Pick me. Lloyd, I don't care good. We good. I won't ever have a green hair problem now.
Right. You won't have that because in state of Texas, you can't teach like that.
I'm so happy that state of Texas actually has dress codes and all this other stuff.
They do.
I'm proud because I need you to be a teacher.
But I can grow blonde hair if I had that gene in my family,
I need you to teach though.
I am.
That's all I'm saying.
I am.
I want my teacher to teach. So yes,
and I need you as a parent.
I'm taking him out of the class
to help your child to learn. I need you to make sure you do your child
green
homework.
Hair, I am taking my child out your class, bro. I'm not doing these games. I'm not.
I don't think there's
I care too much about my child's education and his learning experience.
Low key, I see why they took out the green hair because that'd be distracting. I'd probably be distracted if I was a kid. I'd probably focus back to the person got green hair.
My child be distracted just off GP,
Well, it is your child, Becky.
My child's also smart. Distracted. Be cool. I'm not distracted at all. Like I said, my child,
you wouldn't let your child's teacher have green hair.
Woo-woo. We out immediately. I'm in the principal's office that day. Hey, look.
How you know
I need a new teacher. I don't care who is,
parental rights.
You said what?
How do you know they have green hair? The child told you?
Hold on, talking about what kind of parent do you think I am?
Open house.
You go to open house?
Forget open house. What kind of I'm the president of the PTA.
Oh Lord. You're one of those parents, Aki?
Yeah, I'm involved. I'm at the school.
Well, I commend you. I commend all the fathers to be involved. So
president of PTA. At the school. I be at the school.
So I show
there.
up to school with my pea coat, my blonde hair, my nails done. You say, "Oh, my child can't go in his class because your child gonna be distracted."
I'm like, what subject he teach?
All of them.
Oh hell no!
Shout out to the teachers
I'm
out
like,
there.
he don't know if he here to act or the.
They have a
You better
hard
be
time
the music teacher coming into school like that.
dealing
teacher.
with those
art
children.
teacher. The art teacher got colorful hair. I let her. Yeah, you art teacher, good.
And dealing
have
with the
colorful hair.
parents. You see what we go through every day in education. So
And
really
with the
shout out
arts,
to those
just
children,
live it up.
to those parents.
But you as
Yeah,
business teacher, I can't take you seriously. You got green hair.
If you PE
I
teacher, art
I
teacher,
feel
yeah.
that.
But if you in there math, nah, bro. Hey, what you? I'm about to start asking you questions.
The sad part about
Because
it, I was gonna
the
dye
first
my hair
time that you
green.
bring,
I was gonna dye my hair green, but it was gonna be my low ball fade with the green hair.
that's another thing. Like this, like I really need them to get out of this, like the stupid math that they've been teaching. Because it's. I looked at my son's homework and I was just like, yo, this is retarded, dog. I'm like, y'all are asking a very simple question in a very
hard
complicated way.
Yep.
And I'm like, hey, I'm like, the way you ask this question, what the answer is not like
what you are presuming to ask. But they do that a lot of time to trip children up.
It came from Common Core, and the Common Core, something Obama in his regime started, and it's a failure across America.
No.
A lot of states are pulling out of it. No, it is. It's a failure.
It is a failure, but I don't think they
This
got
is-
that from Obama, because when I was in school, they were choosing hard ways to
Hey, Camille, how you
answer
doing?
small
Good
questions.
today, girl.
I'm serious.
You. Obama started Common Core. We was in school when Obama was. We was in high school still.
No. We were in college.
No, we was in high school still.
Were we?
We didn't get to college till 10. Yeah,
We got to
Obama got
college-
elected 08.
Yeah, Obama
They
was,
did the
we was in
common.
high school.
They did the Common Core stuff somewhere 08, 09.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you was
we was in
in
high
high
We
school.
were done with state testing by then, right?
Well, granted, the hard questions you probably talking about ain't really hard questions. You just probably got lost. they like
They were hard for me.
What I'm talking about now is they actually like they want you to identify some stuff, and I'm like, yo, math is numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I hate word problems. I hate all this other like trickery stuff. Like, bro, ain't none of that like.
They want you to be a critical thinker.
Me speaking as an adult, that's not critical thinking.
I think it is in a retrospect.
It's not.
That's
It's
just-
not at all.
That's just
What
being
is it?
rude on purpose.
It's not like critical. And honestly, math is not the place to teach critical thinking because math is already complicated enough. If you don't understand how simplistic, like if you don't have a math brain, math is complicated.
Yeah, I don't have a math brain.
Yeah.
Right. Like I've been able to multiply in my head since I was a kid.
Never.
Something that they said that you're not supposed to be able to do, and I'm like, nah, I can clearly multiply in my head. What are you talking about? You know, and I used to do it. Like they used to show your work, and I was like my mom had to go up there and like go fight the good fight because I wasn't showing my work, and I didn't plan on showing my work because it was no way for me to like do it. I can just do it in my head. You know, like math was one of them subjects, and like honestly, like that, like it started affecting me throughout, like you know, like my education because like math was one of them subjects I was good at, but they made me feel like I wasn't because I wasn't doing it their way. And it's not that
By
it wasn't until
not enrichment.
bro,
It's
it
control.
wasn't until high school that I realized like when I took algebra, boy, I blew algebra out the water, dog. And I was like, I'm excellent at math. I was like, all the other teachers was on some other stuff this whole time, you know, like solving for X, solving for Y, all the complicated math stuff we had to do. Hey, I'm, you know.
I don't know where X is. I don't know why they lost
Don't
X.
go
I don't
back
know why
to your
we had to
ex.
solve for them.
Don't go back to your ex.
Don't
No,
go back
just-
to your ex. Don't ask why, because I don't know what that even means. I don't know,
bro.
What's
Look,
that mean?
Hey, I was like, in all honesty, like that's why I was gonna go be an engineer because I'm like, yeah, math, I get it. You know, what's we call it? Reading. I'm about to say reading in English. They try to like, I forgot what grade. My mom was talking about this the other day. She was like, remember they sitting here trying to make it seem like you wasn't like you was reading too slow or something, or like you wasn't comprehending this stuff. Oh, because we were talking about my son and his reading stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I got to take the standardized test, blowing the test out the water. And it's like, hey, clearly I can read, my guy. I was like, and I just like, I did like, even to this day, I do take like a little bit to read. Like I take a while. I take longer than normal to read something, right? But it's because my brain is actually comprehending and like just
What's going
going
on.
through stuff, as I'm reading. So it takes me a little bit longer to read. It's not because I read slow, but I read slow because
the man is behind it.
all that stuff is there. Yeah, it's going.
You're processing.
It's processing.
What's going on.
Yeah. So I'm actually processing what I'm reading. I'm not just reading it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
You have to process. You have to know what you're reading before you make a reaction to it.
Yeah, but see, and then like me, I can read and then I can read it again, and then
a lot of people just read and don't even know.
Don't even comprehend.
Which is why we got what we got now.
Like I said, the left is on the loose, and they're upset because, well, really they're being told to be upset by their God and Savior Jeff Bezos. They are, because at this point Jeff Bezos, like, he tried to use the Washington Post to put out some it's the Washington Post he owns. He tried to put out some story that Musk and China and Twitter and all this other stuff, and I was like, yo. I'm like, what kind of hating man are you? I was like, it's like, you mad because two people done passed you up on the top billionaire spot, and now you trying to like hate on him because he went and bought Twitter? Like, you had ample opportunity to go buy Twitter.
Okay, you must have all of
No. Honestly, I think no. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I think when it comes to liquid cash or like just cash, access to cash quicker, I think Elon got Jeff Bezos beat on that. I think because Amazon stock is popping. That's why Jeff Bezos' network is popping, and he would have to actually liquidate that stock. I think Elon actually has enough liquid. I mean, he just paid $12 billion in taxes, so I'm pretty sure he got enough liquid cash
to make it happen.
Yeah, so like he went and got it like privately funded, and like it's financed, like buying Twitter, but like the way he financed it, you needed some type of upfront money.
So Twitter doesn't have like an IPO anymore or something like that. Because it's not private company.
At the moment, it's not. I think in like the next like 6 months or whatever, it's going to be all bought up off the like taking a company back from public to private is like it's a process because you're basically like that money is buying all the stock.
You buying the stocks back,
and paying the stockholders off, and
you're just buying all the stocks that's on the market basically to take, like, you're buying every, like him paying 44 whatever it is. It's a purchase. He was basically purchasing the company. I think it's like $54 a share basically, and buying all the shares that are on the market for $54. And whatever open shares is open is his, and whatever whoever owns some stock, whatever, is gonna get paid out.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's what, because like Fertitta with his Landry's Corporation, Landry's was public at first. That's how he became a billionaire at first. But then with I think it was the crash in 2008. In 2008, he took it back private because of the crash. And so like his company had dropped or whatever, so he had just enough money to like flip it and take it back private. You know,
pay everybody off and just.
I mean, you got made a billionaire, so now you just flip the company, take it back private, and
keep your money.
You buy some Golden Nuggets and some other stuff like that, and then the Rockets eventually, like,
rather they buy a whole NBA team with it.
You start to get money, you know. Like if people people get mad and stuff, but I'm like, if only y'all understood the way money worked, and then the way like you can't be no peon with money, bro. Like. My whole argument of giving everybody $1 million. I'm like, yeah, we can give everybody $1 million. All y'all gonna lose it. Majority of y'all gonna lose it. Majority of y'all not gonna know how to act because y'all think $1 million
going through the roof.
Last shot,
y'all think $1 million is a lot, you know? And it's like, it's not, bro. Like $1 million, y'all gonna be, I can pay off all my debt. Yeah, after you pay off your debt, then what? You gonna go get more debt?
Yeah.
So it's like,
credit bureau's gonna be calling
right,
like, oh,
you think long term, thinking short term.
You're not financially responsible. Like, I don't care if you're not financially responsible with 100. You're not gonna be financially responsible with 100,000. You're not gonna be financially responsible with $1 million. True. Like it's never gonna be enough because you're always gonna try to up your lifestyle. So as long as you're trying to up your lifestyle, it's never gonna be enough.
Trying to compete with everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. When you learn how to like just live within your means, you'll start making money. You know.
That's so true. That's why I bought a car outright. Do y'all believe in reparations though for black people?
No.
Greg?
As Just go back to what you just said. People don't know what they're gonna do with it.
That's what made me think about that. Like, I feel like I'm telling you, Gucci and Fendi will be the highest Prada, all of the labels and stuff, and and then in the next 6 months we'll be broke again, and then they'll be asking for more reparations. They ain't gonna go out and buy art and hang it in and keep it and give it to they people. That's the money.
It's because it's us. We're not like us. A, it's the financial literacy piece that's missing, but B,
but a lot of
even at reparations, right? The reason I say it don't matter is because we've had reparations before. Like, it's a lot of black families who, like, they're doing bad because their families decided not to give them money. Their families decided not to help.
True.
Their families messed up some money. Their family. It wasn't the white man. It wasn't racism. It wasn't none of that. It's their family decided that they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't continue. They got scared at some point. Something happened to where it's their family. Like, I've especially just my personal experience, I wholeheartedly believe it has nothing to do, like, reparations, sure, you're gonna give it to us. If you give it to us, yeah, I know what to do with it, but like, it's not something that wasn't like, like, generational wealth could have been passed down a long time ago.
Yeah. True.
It's at some point we gotta stop blaming everybody else, and you gotta start blaming. You gotta look in the mirror. You gotta say, "Hey, is it me?" Because there's too many people who started from nothing that got something, and they legit have started from nothing.
Right. Right.
I just want to say all the families out there that still own land. Like, my family still own land in Gittins, and my dad's side still own land in Louisiana.
Go finance the land and build on it.
Exactly.
Start building on
the land. Use that land to make some money off of it. Exactly.
That's like, you can make money off the land.
If I had some land, oh man, it's over. It's over.
You start farming and everything.
Oh, you would think.
But I'm not.
Oh my God. Oh,
I'm not going to farm. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pay the people to farm, but I'm not gonna farm. I'm sorry.
I need to
have all them they want to.
2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Oh, break.
No, ain't no break. Y'all talk. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Greg. Like I was telling them, my family has land, different places, but I'm not gonna. I will pay the people to farm, but I'm not a farmer. I don't know anything about that. I don't know about dirt, or like grass and stuff. So, and I feel like they did have a discussion at one of our family reunions, just if they wanted to keep the land or that they want to sell it. And, of course, everyone's against selling it, but
right.
I'm not doing that. I don't think we should sell it, but I just don't think that I'm going to be the one to necessarily, or my generation would be the generation to, like, give to not right now, maybe later on. But I feel like they should to kind of farm it or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I feel. I mean, again, it just goes back to people don't know what to do with it.
I am that black person. I have to have like a financial helper or whatever. My significant other is very financially sound living within your means and not doing anything above that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now, especially as I'm doing this small business venture.
Exactly.
I'm trying to cut my unnecessary expenses out of my life, so at least I can start building something.
Yeah. So I mean, I've started on that tip now, going towards 30, but I was not that person. It's not our fault. We're not taught. We would have to go and look for that information.
I mean, I'm not really worried about what happened. It's like I know better now. So I just do better now, because I mean, regardless of if someone told me 10 years ago or not.
When you know better, you got to start doing better.
Exactly. As soon as I start figuring out, okay, I need to get this going, I might as well get it going. Forget about what happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Right. It is what it is.
But like even so, like the credit, right?
And maybe I wasn't ready to learn that 10 years ago. You just never know.
But we shouldn't be like, even credit wise, right? We should be set up perfectly in credit.
Yeah.
Because like credit was a new system that came about, but B, like, most people's grandparents have good credit.
Yeah.
And it's like our grandparents could have set us up to have good credit, like regardless if our parents did or not. You know, like we could have been set up and had good credit at one point. You know,
True.
And it's like nobody took the time to make sure that we were like. It's one thing to like give you money to pay bills and all that stuff and like try to take care of you that way, but that's giving a man a fish. That's not A, teaching him how to fish, or B, helping him build a boat so he can fish.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot. No, building a boat is important, bro.
No, that's honestly that's why even like me personally, that's why I just don't like just asking for money. I'd rather like, yo, how can I make this money? Because there's only so much I can ask you for before you be like, nah, I'm not giving you no more money. Like, no, if I know how to make my own money for myself, beyond what I can do, I'll be straight.
Exactly.
You know, like I'm not. That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like ask my folks for money because it's like, no, I gotta figure this out.
Bro, even like
at some point,
getting investments is like, you know, like it's like there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to do. Like I need investments for, and it's like, oh well, yeah. And it's like, yo, I can't. There is no job that's gonna pay me to do what I need to do right now. You know.
Yeah.
Like there isn't like what I'm trying to do is my job, and my job is asking for investments. That's why I'm asking for investments.
Right.
I'm like, this is what do you think a startup company is? Like
Exactly.
Bro.
You just need money to start up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't have to explain this to like educated people.
Right.
What's it called? Anyways, back on. I mean, I don't know how we got off on that tangent, but. How we get there? We talking about Jeff Bezos and Elon.
Bezos and Musk.
Oh, so yeah, back to.
We're talking about the education system.
Well, no, back to the we talk. I don't know how we got there, but back on the Washington Post and Bezos and Musk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other piece that people worry about Elon buying Twitter. Y'all should really be worried about all this farmland Bezos and Bill Gates been buying up.
Yeah.
Like this has been a story for some years now, but they've y'all talk about food shortage. Guess who own the food?
Bill and Eli.
No, Bill and Bezos. Bezos is mad because Elon he better at everything else he doing than him. You know, he got a better rocket company. he got a better media outlet now. I'm like,
yeah,
which is like that's what I'm like. Twitter is just a public media. Like we're all just journalists for Twitter.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like we need to look at that like that, and that's why. So my libs on TikTok, right? Literally, that channel.
What's my libs?
No, I mean libs on TikTok.
What's
that's your page.
Liberals.
Yeah, it's an actual page called Libs on TikTok, and like all they do is take videos from liberals and stuff they say and post them. That's it. They just post them. They don't. You know.
No context.
Nah, and the libs they're losing it because they feel like it makes them look bad or something. It's like, bro, these are videos y'all are posting. They just put them to the forefront. You know. And they
also it's not edited, it's just straight up what they say, unfiltered. Gotcha. And they just okay, they made it getting called out basically. Gotcha.
And like this girl who works for Jeff Bezos and company at the Washington Post, right? I just want to just put the majority of Silicon Valley is funding the left. This is where the whole push to go green and econism and all this other stuff. This is where the whole push to a lot of those companies have, you know,
well, is that not
LGBTQ employees.
Do we want to go green? I mean, honestly, do we not believe in climate change? Because it's real cool outside right now, and growing up, this was not cool like this at all. It was real cold. It was real hot by the time it got this point in April.
Climate change. It's a different topic.
Yeah, we had this discussion before.
We've had the discussion, yeah. I just like climate change is totally different. Like it's just different. It's forever gonna change.
Okay, I understand it's forever going to change. I understand that, but we are doing things.
No. The Earth is natural. The Earth is an organism. The sooner we realize that, the better.
I understand.
The Earth
it's a living thing.
Is going to keep fixing itself.
So, but that doesn't mean that we should keep contributing to it being damaged, though.
Regardless of what we do, we're going to contribute to it being damaged, whether we go green or not. Going green is still going to damage the Earth. Unless you want to live back in horse and buggy times, buddy,
I mean, if
which
we
even
drive
still, huh?
Okay, I understand the batteries to the Tesla.
You gotta dig to get the minerals for that. Then there's the degrading the battery. Like then the power, the energy comes from coal and natural gas still. So we're still drilling.
Okay, well, I guess there's nothing we could do. I'm not going back to
not
horse and buggy
until we start until more like it's gonna take a while, but like we also still got like the oil is gonna compile up. You get what I'm saying? Like oil. I mean, granted, I was reading somewhere they lied to us about how oil is made, like how they were saying it's compressed from fossil fuels and stuff like that. It's not. It's a little bit more or less simple than that, but it will forever be able to be produced. Really. Yeah. So it's not something that's like, you know,
we're gonna run out of it.
Huh?
They're not gonna run out.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna run out of oil. And if they do, like, hopefully by then we're not even relying on it, and they do find an efficient way to move us around, like through solar power and stuff. But like until they get a battery, until they get to where you can charge the battery in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or I mean that's about as long as a gas station trip. You know, until you get to that point, you know, we ain't never gonna be efficient on the electric car front. So.
How long does it take to charge a Tesla?
or if they start getting like, you know, at least 500-mile range, 600-mile range batteries, then we can be good. You know.
What's the range now? Like 3?
Yeah, but I think some cars are coming out with 5, but those cars also like 100,000 plus.
Yes.
So it's like now we talking about.
But you still need to actually.
How am I going to pay? Yeah.
You still need an infrastructure.
You want me to get a mortgage to buy the car, you know?
I mean.
And then the charging station, you got to make sure you can get to them.
Yeah. And then, or make sure your car is charged every day at your house, you know?
Yeah.
Back to my libs on TikTok. Anyways, they stopped interrupting us with these liberal topics. Like I said, the left. This girl at the Washington Post decided that she wanted to attack this. Well, they were canceling a bunch of people, and they decided to try to cancel libs on TikTok. On Twitter, libs on TikTok has been censored, and it's funny because it's like you're censoring this page, and like they then suspended the account, all this stuff, but like that account ain't doing nothing but posting y'all's videos. You know?
Well, they don't want that out.
Well, the girl at the Washington Post has decided to start doing this like investigative reporting and stuff. She didn't put the girl's address. Like they didn't did a deep dive of who the person is who created the page.
Oh wow!
She put the girl's address out there. She didn't go on to her people's families' houses, knock on doors, and try to ask questions. Right, and she didn't try to like ruin this girl. And it's like literally like I think 2 or 3 years ago, that same girl who's trying to ruin this girl was on TV crying, talking about some. I'm just trying to be a journalist. People shouldn't be coming to my houses.
But you
doing the same stuff, trying to ruin somebody else. Like, why would somebody would come up to this door if you don't? Hey, you got good 10. You got 3 seconds to run to that sidewalk.
You got 3 seconds to get to that sidewalk because in Texas you on my property.
You at the front door. You
Castle laws.
The minute you come knocking at the front door, I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna give my verbal warning and then I'm gonna start shooting.
And that's it. I'm so sorry. Get to
the sidewalk. Get to the
sidewalk quickly. That's the only thing that's public around here.
But the minute you pass the sidewalk line, that's the gun line, boss.
Dead.
That's the gun line, boss.
I'm dead.
Tell them about the gun line.
The minute you pass that, this is why I'm gonna go buy. This is why I be trying to look for 5 acres in the middle of Houston because I want to make sure it's clear. You can't. I'm gonna be like the baby. Hey, he was running on my property at night. Had the leg.
5 acres low. You gonna have to knock down something.
You said what?
In the middle of Houston.
Dog,
in the middle.
You have no idea how mad I am that I wasn't rich like 3-4 years ago. Like, there's 5 acres right there in River Oaks behind St. John's. They got bought, and I was like, dog, there's a whole 5 acre property for, and that like I could have got that property for all of like maybe 10 million together, like because it was like a 3 acre property and a 2 acre lot that was for sale, and they're literally just the same lot. They just divided the lot up. And I was like, dog.
And this is in River Oaks.
Yeah, I'm sick. There's another like 5 by like 5-6 acre lot for sale that was for sale They had this nice. It was a gorgeous house. Like I would have kept the house and just like did some remodeling around the property. But like that one sold for $20 million. A billionaire bought like one of the old homes out there, and it's funny because his brother bought like one of the original people who like built River Oaks. He bought that person's house, and like the other original house that like the Hogg family, whatever. They sit on the same property, but like the one house is owned by the museum. The other house is not, and so he bought that house, knocked it down, and built this like nice modern house or whatever. And they were talking about how he was like destroying history of Houston. I was like, yeah, it's a racist history. It's cool.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then his brother. So now they both billionaires, right? His brother bought this other property. Like they both on Lazy Lane. His brother bought this other property, went smooth, like cleaned down another like old architectural, like famous house. Who I think the guy who owns the New Orleans Saints used to own that property, but he went and mowed that down, and he's building this like, bro. I don't know how big that lot is, but it's at least like it's about like 5-6 acres maybe. Dang. But that house is like gorgeous.
It's in River Oaks.
Yeah, it's off of Lazy Lane, bro.
I'm driving
it was
by.
Like when because I've been watching it being built, but like they started the structure, it was all the house was all metal steel beams, so it's not made out of it's not being made out of wood. It's all steel and concrete. So I was just like, ooh, this house gonna be.
It's gonna be nice, and it's gonna be safe. Hurricane come through, anything come through, I'm going to that house. I'm staying with them.
Yeah, bro, but it's funny because it's like him and his brother both like, but there's a lot of little lots on River Oaks that's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 acres.
And they like priced at $20 million a piece.
I mean, yeah, now when they bought it, it wasn't. Fertitta's lot is like it's about 3 acres. Yeah, so like, yeah, I don't know, there's somebody over there who like stay on the back end of Fertitta that like. I swear to you, like his neighbor takes up like half a mile. Yeah, and it's like his neighbor that lot has to be like huge because they like the fence line for that lot is huge. So, like the fence line is about the size of a football field. So,
jeez. Yeah,
I'm just like, I'm like, whatever's on this property. But yeah, no, I mean you can find it in the middle of Houston. It just you gotta find it.
I'm going driving today.
You gotta find it. You gotta have the money right there, ready to go.
Oh yeah, you gotta have money for it too.
You got the money ready to go. You can't be like, nah, I get you.
But
5 years.
at the same time, like the name of the game right now, especially in River Oaks, River Oaks, Westview, Bel Air, like all those are. The name of the game is buy it, tear it down, build something better.
Yeah, that's all what they're doing.
But let's see. Yeah, man. The left media, they getting out of control. They mad because we about to get freedom of speech back and they can't censor us no more. We can finally say what we want. Yes, I can finally say what I want. They talking about he gonna allow disinformation. I'm like, no, it's only, bro. I realized disinformation is just information they don't want out, or information they don't agree with. It's not because it's not actual true information.
All right.
And I'm just like, okay, dog. Like the whole like COVID fight stuff, right? They're like, oh, it's disinformation. Come to find out, it wasn't none of that disinformation at this point. Pfizer dropped a whole document that I'm hesitant to talk about just because I don't want us to be taken down. But like, Pfizer dropped a whole document that confirmed a lot of stuff that I felt like was true about the vaccine, about not getting the vaccine, everything. And I was just like, see, at this point, can't nobody, I'll put it this way. After I read the document, I was like, hey, don't talk to me about not getting the vaccine no more. I was like, Pfizer confirmed me correct.
Wait a minute, you not vaccinated?
Camille ain't been vaccinated. Greg is the only one who ever been vaccinated.
I've been vaccinated.
No, I said Greg is the only one who ever been. Camille came in and tried to give us all COVID one week. That's why I'm surprised she ain't here. I was like, you come when you had COVID, but now you don't come when you got a little upper respiratory disease.
But I mean, I got vaccinated. I just felt that because I live with someone who had other line of health conditions, I did not want to.
Are they vaccinated?
They are vaccinated.
Okay, so why does it matter?
Well, we're all vaccinated.
No, I'm just saying it didn't matter. If they're vaccinated, it don't matter.
Well, I didn't want to pass it on to them.
Again, if they're vaccinated, it didn't matter.
Well, I didn't want to get me myself, so that's why I
You can still get it.
Vaccinated. I got vaccinated.
I mean you can still get it with being vaccinated.
I know you can still get it being vaccinated, but it give my body a fighting chance to fight it out.
Bro, I'll tell you off camera. Just trust me. Pfizer.
I think I know what you're talking about because I looked it up too. So I was like,
"You're gonna be mad."
No, because
just letting you know.
I'm gonna do it off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off camera because I don't want us to,
get put down. But read the fine print, guys. That's all I got to say.
So, I guess another story. I want to talk about corrupt money today, because that's just where we're at. Because people are mad because big money buying up stuff. But like, I want to talk about the story of Nikolai. Y'all remember Nikolai?
The Bible? In the Bible, Nikolai in the Bible? No. Okay, well, come on, give us a story. Nikolai,
the electric car company, that was supposed to come out. They basically took the guy who. So Nikolai Tesla is an actual person, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Tesla used his last name. Nikolai thought they was being funny and took the first name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Nikolai had all these little cars that were supposed to come out, semi-truck that was supposed to come out, all this other stuff. There's a whole lawsuit investigation. Like, it was basically a scam. The man to scam $5 billion, $6 billion, however many billions out of people. GM basically kind of owns the company or whatever, but like they basically scammed GM. Like they scammed a lot of people.
How did they do this?
Huh?
How did they do this?
They were faking like the builds of their semi trucks, like the demo cars. They were faking demo cars, and they were powering up the demo cars just enough to power up the insides, but they couldn't drive. They didn't actually have any of the power constructs that they had in the cars. They ain't had no production. Like I don't even know what they were doing with the money at this point because I don't even think no R&D was done. Like they basically were just feeding people all this stuff, and they were just riding the wave of, hey, we're a new electric car company. This is our idea, whatever. This is how we're gonna do it, and this is where we're coming.
Okay.
And so they were able to basically scam all these people through and when I say scam, I mean like they made up fake financial documents. They made up a lot of like fake paperwork to give to people to get the money out of them.
So that they could further more research for electric cars?
They weren't doing no research.
Oh, they just stole the money.
They stole the money. They stole the money and then fake built some stuff. Like they did a video because people were like, "Oh, your semi truck's not working." They literally took the semi truck that had no engine. They took the semi truck and they coasted it down a hill in a video
and said, "Oh, it's working."
Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, this is our," and that's not what happened at all.
Wow.
Yeah, the truck.
This is Tesla.
No, it's a company called Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Yeah. They're under investigation for it now. Like, there's a whole like big giant lawsuit. But the funny part is that wasn't the guy's first scam. He had a whole nother scam before that.
And what was that?
It was like some other startup tech company. I realized like the startup tech company space is like, if you ever wanted to like, that's the real money scam. Startup tech company, because like a lot of people invest in startups with the idea that they could either fail or make it, and they're okay with investing in as many startups as they can because they know one of them is gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah.
And they're like, as long as I got the one that make $1 billion, we good. And all you other ones could fail. But that leaves the door open for
scam orders.
Right, because I mean, like me, you, Greg, and Camille go make a tech company tomorrow, and we get a whole bunch of fake employees and people behind it. and we can get the investors, we can get all the stuff going, and then we'd be like, oh man,
what didn't work out.
Okay,
but we all sitting with like 2, 3, 4, 5 million in our pockets.
But we got the Aki and Friends show and a whole production company out of it. I think that's a good plan. Yeah, I feel like
I'm gonna actually put a scam on air and then gonna do it.
We're gonna cut this part out. So let me think. What can we use?
I can't believe you.
That idea's done.
Well, no, it's funny. There's a lot of like Ponzi schemes and scams and stuff like that like if they just actually did what they said they were gonna do, they'd have made a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually knew how to do what they said they were gonna do though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the scam.
But yeah, and I feel like GM took like some of that, like the idea for the Nikolai or whatever, and that's what they put in the Hummer EV that they're putting out. Which I low key, if it wasn't like 100-something thousand, I'd like the Hummer EV and Cybertruck are like two cars I really want to get. I kind of want the Rivian truck too, but like I don't know. I kind of want like the EV trucks just because, you know. Like I want the little Rivian truck because it's kind of cool. The Cybertruck, like it just looks cool, so I want that. And then the Hummer truck, I really want it just because it can go sideways.
Sideways,
yeah.
like
they got a crab walk mode and it can move sideways. Yeah, bro.
what?
I can slang in the lane. I can slab. I put some swingers on it. I can go down MLK. I'm like, yeah, y'all have to swing. I was like, I'm sliding sideways.
Sideways. Oh my god, I really want that. Ain't that Bronco electric
No,
too?
not at all. The Broncos 14 miles to the gallon.
Really?
Yeah, because I was gonna buy one and I was just like, yo, I was like I drove it. I test drove it. It was fun, but like, yo, dog, like the Broncos, I love it.
Yeah, I used to love.
It's
that
a way
car.
better Jeep.
Way.
But the gas, bro.
14 to the gallon. Ooh.
Yeah, bro. 14 to the
You can't go nowhere with
I
that.
was just like, how y'all make a bad engine? How y'all make a worser engine, bro?
Than anything than y'all already got. It's supposed to be new. It's supposed to be innovative.
Yeah,
with that
like
one.
the smaller Bronco, the Bronco Sport, I think get like 26 or something to the gallon. But I was just like 14, bro. Come on now.
I don't want no small.
I think it like get like
Bronco.
14. It's like 14, 16, and then the gas tank is huge. So you dumping all that. You putting in a lot of money in gas. You know, you hitting $80 right now with the current climate. Bro, the Grand Wagoneer, bro, they get horrible gas mileage also. And that one I think is like 150 to fill up.
That's by Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice though.
It's nice.
Like we went to the Jeep dealership and Will got in the third row because it was like, yeah, the third row was made for like 6 foot people to fit in. You know, Will's 6 foot, so he got in the back. He's like, oh, I do feel comfortably back here. I was like, oh, word, bet. The guy was like, yeah, you can also take this rock climbing and everything. I'm like, bro, I'm not taking nothing that's $100,000. Which I mean,
near any type of rocks.
Well, I lied because I guess that's what the Hummer EV truck was made to kind of do that. So, and the Rivian truck. So I guess you can take some $100,000 cars to go off roading, but the Grand Wagoneer, dog. I'm not. You know, he was like, yeah, no, it could balance on this one wheel and send the traction to one wheel and go. I'm like, dude,
no, that's all right. I'm
not doing that in this. This car heavy enough, you know.
I'm gonna take the Toyota RAV4 to the outside.
You're not
to
taking
the
a
dirt.
RAV4 either. You're gonna take a what is it? The Tacoma. You're not taking a Ford.
The Tacoma.
Nah, what's the truck? What's the other SUV? Is it a Tacoma?
Yeah.
Like the big truck, the SUV.
The Toyota.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a Tacoma
it's a
because
Tacoma.
the truck is the Tundra, I think.
Yep. I could take the both of them. Those are the ones that are going.
Bro,
but the $100,000 ones, they're not
your
going.
car don't say Ford or Jeep on there, just don't go near a rock climbing a mountain. If you ain't got no sway disconnect bar on the front end and the back end, don't go near no rock climbing.
On the Tundra.
You can get on the Tacoma for sure.
Yeah.
People rock climbing the Tacomas also, but like they gotta super trick those out to rock climbing. I'm talking about like off the lot. Like you can the Bronco, the Badlands off the lot. We go hit the Badlands.
I just don't believe in that. Damage. I feel like it's gonna damage it. You know,
What,
it
off
might
the
get
lot?
hit by a rock.
What you talking about?
We're going rock climbing with the car. Like I don't want to bring my nice $100,000 truck out
Yeah,
there.
if you don't know how to go up a rock, yeah, it's gonna get hit by a rock. If you don't know how to rock climb, you're gonna get hit.
I'm gonna put the rims on it. You know,
Oh,
get
yeah.
the bass in
You're
it.
not rock climbing nowhere. I don't know how you. It's an electric car. I don't know how you putting bass in it.
Oh yeah, dang. That's the other thing about the electric cars too. Like you can't put the bass and stuff.
Actually, it's hard to trick out electric cars now. I think about it because you
with
can't.
the neon lights and stuff.
Like for you to actually
You
go
ain't
through
gonna
and
go
like
nowhere.
bypass the stuff, yeah, because
You
like
don't go nowhere in that car.
that's a whole new battery piece.
Exactly.
Damn, that's crazy.
You don't go nowhere in that
leave
car.
that alone.
Let me see our last topic for. Oh no, I have like 2 more topics. I was gonna talk about the Goldman Sachs gang, but I feel like I've corrupted y'all enough about the corporate entities today. Yeah, the Goldman Sachs gang. Like you think the PayPal mafia bad? Goldman Sachs gang, woo, they way worse. We'll say that for another day. They worse though. Just trust me. They control your interest rates.
See,
They've corrupted the government. Oh, Magic Johnson. Y'all saw his new show on Apple TV Plus?
I heard it I heard the trailer about the Magic Johnson movie. Show.
I think it's like Who is Magic or something, or
Yeah.
Magic. What a time. Some weird thing about Magic. It got Magic's name in it, but like I was watching an interview he was giving about it. Right, mind you, it's a documentary. Let's be clear here. It's not a TV show. It's a documentary with him. Everybody who played around. It's kind of like it's not like the Michael Jordan doc, but it's like the Michael Jordan doc. It's like Last Dance.
It's a lesser version of The Last Dance. A lesser version of it.
So Last Dance was really about Jordan and the Bulls.
Well, yeah.
This doc is about Magic.
Gotcha.
And he was like, because they asked him a question about the show Winning Times on HBO, right? And they were like, yeah, how you feel about the Winning Time show or whatever? And he was like, yeah, if you want to find out about what really happened with Magic and stuff back then, you gotta watch my doc, because it's not some writers just writing about it. It's us telling it from our mouths and stuff. And I'm like, yo, dog, like
Winning Time is basically what y'all said.
Like, yeah, I'm about to say Winning Time is almost verbatim, word for word. A lot of stuff that came out y'all mouth.
Some stuff probably
they call
fluffed.
me Magic. It's the name of the.
Yeah.
Some stuff probably fluffed for
Apple
good
TV.
show purposes, but like pretty much, if you watch Winning Time, you probably get a good description of what happened.
I'm just even Jerry West. Jerry West said he was mad.
Yeah, that was funny. He was like, I'm gonna take this to the Supreme Court. Dog, you ain't going.
I was like, first off, Jerry,
be mad at
like,
people because they told you the story.
Nah, forget this. Jerry, the actor is so good at playing you that if we post your picture and his picture next to each other and the way they look, it look the same, bro. Like, you ain't got no smiling pictures. Stop it.
He reacted the way that the show portrayed him out to be. Literally.
Really?
Yes. And that's just, I'm like, you mad about how you being portrayed in the show, but that's you. And that's, like, the crazy part is, like, Magic ain't even being portrayed bad in the show. That's the funny part. And I'm like, Magic has admitted he hasn't watched the show. And I'm like, yo, you mad about a show that is portraying you, but is a base, like, the dude talk, sound, and act like you who's acting like you. And, like, literally, if you go, like, old video versus what they're doing, almost identical.
It's identical to what Magic was doing.
It's literally based off a true story. It's based off a true
is.
story.
And it's like, bro,
it's not.
And my other thing is, like Magic, yours is a doc about Magic. This is a doc about the Lakers.
Exactly.
Yeah, the '80s Lakers, the Showtime Lakers.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not even like it's a dramatic. It's a docu-series. It's a dramatized doc.
This is on Netflix?
It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
So we know.
Winning Time is, yo.
Actually, I think it's on HBO the regular channel also. Yeah, it's on HBO the regular channel too.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like, yo, bro, like, don't you just say I'm mad because I ain't had no creative control over it, and that's it. Just be like that. But at the same time, if they gave all y'all creative control, y'all gonna be trying to portray yourselves into something y'all wasn't.
Exactly.
Magic gonna be like, I was a wholesome man back then. No, you wasn't. Stop it, Magic. You got age for a reason. Stop it.
I mean, honestly.
You said it took 8 women to please you at one point in time. Out of your mouth, you said this. So don't be,
did.
you know.
He did.
Like, don't be getting. I know, bro. I don't know. Trust me.
The fact that you counting your hands like
at once. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like,
what are y'all all doing at that one time? That y'all, if it be 8 of them,
right?
What the rest of the other 4 are doing? Come on, Magic. But yeah, I'm gonna watch the Magic thing come to Apple TV, and I'm gonna check out the
what is the which one? You gonna check out both?
I'm gonna check out both. Okay. I'm gonna do the Who is Magic Johnson. I'm gonna do the HBO one.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the What is Magic Johnson doc, and then for sure I'm gonna
double. I'm gonna double.
Well, I mean,
back.
I watch Winning Times now, so
Winning Time.
Yeah,
okay.
Like, I like it. Like, this episode this past week was like, it was when he was playing the Sixers, you know, his rookie year or whatever, and like Jerry West came in and he was like, cause like, you know, Dr. J, you know, it was such a great guy and nice or whatever, and he was kind of like. Dr. J beat up on him in the game, you know, but then came in after the game, hey, young blood, you want to go get dinner or whatever? And Magic had a whole attitude, and Jerry came in to talk to Magic, and he was like, Russell used to do the same thing to Wilt. And he was like, I think Wilt just wanted to be liked, and that's why he just kept getting, he's like, Russ would buy him dinner, take him out, and then beat up on him on the court.
I mean,
well, it should be.
He was, you know, he's like, he told Magic, he's like, you got to decide if you want to be liked or you want to win.
Exactly.
Right.
He's like, I want to win. I was like, yeah, you do, you know. But I also feel like it shows like how the league was kind of like they like Larry Bird was their white knight or whatever, and like had they try to make Magic seem like he wasn't comparable to Larry Bird or something, and I'm like, yo, dog, like,
yeah.
woo. I'm like, and so I'm like, in a sense, I'm like, bro, how can you get mad at this doc when it's like, it portrays like everything that has been told, the stories from y'all, from other people around y'all. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to check your people. Your people giving a story.
It's based off of y'all's books. That's
It's
the funny
based
part.
off a true story.
No, I mean it is. It's literally they reference like
Yeah.
a couple of books, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, yo, it's not like they like just like not making this up.
I
Well, you know,
love
it's hard to
HBO's
see
statement
yourself.
though. HBO's statement was perfect.
What?
HBO statement about Jerry West.
What is it?
It was basically like, yeah, this is a show based off a true story. We never said it was a documentary.
Yeah, it's not.
So we never said it was fully accurate what's going on.
Exactly.
But at the same time, check your people because your people told us this is what went down.
This is what happened.
That's all we did.
It ain't no
We
check
acted
it.
as such.
Jerry, you act like that. Stop it.
Right.
You know, it's hard to see yourself in another light through another person's lens. You know, you just like, well, am I really that person? You know, it's kind of like
we all have different. There's different personas of all of us.
Yeah.
So there's this persona that we know us to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's a persona that people know us to be.
Yeah.
And then there's the actual persona of
it's
us.
the actual persona.
You know.
So,
And
they mad at either one of them.
Typically,
the
you in the
persona.
middle of you're the in the middle. You know. You're
Truth
never
lies in the middle
you're
somewhere.
never the what you think you are, and you're never what they say you are.
Exactly.
Truth lies in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, always 100%. Because you don't give it all out to the public. You know.
Right.
So and you don't you just keep it in. You know. So it's like
It's
it's
scared
different
of
things.
public scrutiny.
I don't know. I love that show though. That's a good show.
What's that? Winning. What's this? Winning.
Winning
what?
Time.
Winning time.
Yeah.
The Laker story.
All right.
No, we beating up on my mic, man. What I tell you about this?
Sorry, Mike.
You be going past my mic, beating up on my mic. I just
I also give your mic good attention. The face. I be so mad.
if y'all don't see Lloyd next week, just know he got fired. Just understand that I couldn't do it no more, and he's done with.
Oh my god.
Any other movies and TV shows y'all got?
Actually, speaking of show, so I remember y'all talked about the Ultimate last week on the show.
Yeah,
I actually watched it this past weekend.
I did too.
Oh, you did? Oh, what y'all think?
What'd you think? I'm really great go first.
That was really
Yeah.
Camille's show, but what y'all think?
That was first of all, you know, as a divorced man on this panel here.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that the concept of the show just threw me off. First of all, the fact that it was in Austin tells me everything I need to know about the show.
I wish I was in
Exactly.
Austin.
That's the fact that it's us, but just the concept of the show, right? You got people who are saying they're early 20-year-olds, not even 2 years in a relationship,
Exactly.
Someone
trying to get married.
trying to get ultimatums. Like, dog, you don't even know what this person looks like when he's mad, and you talking about ultimatums.
An
Like,
ultimatum.
bro,
Y'all just been married. Y'all just been dating over 2 years. That's
If
to
that.
me. That is not enough time. That's not enough time. Go ahead, Greg.
I mean, granted, you know, it took me and my ex-wife a couple of years to get married, but at the same time, there was no ultimatums. We made.
Exactly about marriage.
We made the decision that we did because that's what we wanted to do. It was no, I feel he should get married this time. Even like the girl Shanique, her dad, he was. I think even he was just like, he threw me off too. He was just like, so what is about her that he don't see in her after 2 years? Like, my God, it's 2 years.
2 years.
My guys,
That's
like,
not a long time.
It's 2 years. She probably just got out of school. Probably still in school.
Exactly. And they 25
You
years
haven't experienced
old,
enough life.
26. I was like, you haven't experienced enough life to even get married. And then the white girl at the end. Then I did the
Man, it was on my dumb list.
yes. And then so I watched the reunion is what stuck out to me of the couples that was together. Then y'all didn't tell me that the Ray girl decided to like girls now. She talking about I'm in a relationship with a girl now. And then I felt like this is just me. I felt like the black dude was gay.
Didn't I tell you Ray was throwing that thing back in Houston?
Yeah, but you said it was to another guy, not to
She
another
was.
girl.
She was on my homeboy thing throwing it back.
Yeah.
Ray a freak. I can tell you by the way that thing clap. It's she a freak.
Okay.
Yeah, they just had some
like
event just recently too.
You said what?
They just had some things recently.
With Ray?
It was like that. It was that Ray girl, that Jake dude.
I think they all live in Texas.
Yeah.
I think the gay the
Which
Ray
one?
boyfriend, Ray Zay. I think he a little. That's just my opinion. I mean, watching the show.
What about Randall? You think Randall that?
No, I don't think Randall's that.
Zay,
I don't think.
You think Zay?
I think
play
Zay
around?
is that. Yeah, because I just feel like how he, not necessarily how he carried himself, but how he would get angry at certain things, especially when he was arguing with the girl. I was like,
definitely reactive.
dude, I mean, you're doing a little much, sis. Like, you need to calm down. And then
he was doing a lot.
And then is it Shaniqua? It's not Shaniqua.
Shanique.
She slept with the Zay dude. She slept with him for real. They had real sex.
I think a lot of them had real sex.
They did. They just not gonna tell us.
I think that got shown for dramatic purposes, but I think they all had real sex.
And then she not with the cute dog. They not getting married. I was just like, oh.
You talking about Randall? Oh, Randall was a cute, huh?
Yeah, he was a cute.
So they're not getting married.
They didn't get married. I don't feel that way about Randall.
They broke up.
They broke up. Yes,
got
they
back
did.
together,
and they got back
apparently.
together and stuff like that. But that was really tough to be there and have to see them.
I'm gonna be honest. Like Shaniqua, she ready to be married. Like she prime. Like she would be a good wife.
I feel like that too.
I feel like Ray would cheat on you.
Ray, I
like
like
Ray,
her liking girls.
Ray is a good time.
Her liking girls.
That's what I feel like. I feel like Ray is a good time. I feel like Shaniqua is a serious marriage. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it seemed judged by folks. Yeah,
I think Madeline was ready. Hey, look, hey.
And I think Zay should
Randall
call
tripping
me.
because I would have been there. Come here, Madeline.
No,
Kobe would have just had to be heartbroken.
No,
man, look,
that's
I'm saying.
terrible. Madeline was
I'm
pregnant.
saying.
She was, the baby would have been yours. Because
you said Madeline was pregnant.
Madeline was pregnant on the reunion already.
Due to Kobe though, but not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like how.
Because the baby wasn't gonna be mine. It would have been Kobe's. What you talking about?
I
wasn't going. You think I was going? What? No.
I'm just saying.
I never go on no show and not use no rubber. What?
I'm just saying. It looked like Madeline was not trying to use nothing. She was trying to use nothing. She was trying to use her mouth and hands. She was trying to.
I was saying use her
She
mouth and
got
hands.
say yes and got married the same minutes later. Like, bro, what y'all doing
Exactly.
here? What y'all doing here?
She would have used her. Doing? Yeah, she could use her mouth and hands, and then we could have thrown it back. We would have been good. Well, I would. I'm trying to tell you, if I was Randall. Hey, Madeline would have got popped, and Kobe would have found out and been crying. Mad. Kobe would have jumped off the building or something.
Exactly.
Then Nate is just an idiot, complete idiot. Nate,
yeah, he a little slow. It's okay though.
Zay,
I just want Zay
slow
to
be nice.
Call me Zay.
I want to propose to you, even though you don't want kids. And I did.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Zay is
no, just stop talking when other people talking.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Greg.
No, I was saying Nate's just an idiot because he was just like, I'm finna propose to you, but you don't want no kids, but I want kids. Like, dog, that ain't gonna work.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out some of these girls who talking about they don't want no kids. Like, y'all having sex with condoms or y'all got birth control? Cause
probably either or.
Cause
it's probably birth. It's probably
y'all gotta.
It's giving birth control for me.
I'm just saying, cause somebody been busting somewhere.
Mm-hmm. It's giving birth control for me.
And if you really love somebody, you can only pull out so many times.
Only so many.
That's why I got a kid, dog.
I'm about to say.
Only so many times. Well, no, that's not why I don't have a kid. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more complicated of a story how I got a kid.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
No, I'm not telling the story at all in public.
You not telling the story at all?
No, I'm just. This is a complicated story.
We'll keep it at that then. We'll keep it there.
Okay. We're writing your memoir.
So overall, y'all like the show now?
I like the show.
Was it entertaining? I guess that's the better question. Were you entertained?
I clearly watched the whole entire series. I was hooked enough to watch the stupid.
I'll take it back. I didn't like the show. I was able to watch the show and get a good synopsis of how straight people date. We
date the same way as y'all. What you talking about?
I'm pretty looking to be watching. I'm gonna watch the next season. Apparently,
you know what? I've always been curious because I've only had a deep conversation like this with one other gay guy. He told me a whole different story, and then. I haven't had no conversation with them, but like I know there's a gay married couple I stay with in Atlanta sometimes, but like they we never had an actual like talk, you know. But like, yeah, Lloyd, how do y'all? I mean, actually, I ain't never had this conversation with my cousin. How do actually her friends?
How do we date?
Yeah, how do y'all date? That's different.
I feel like a lot of the
You talking on the side of your mic? Nah, talk to the mic.
I
Let
feel
us
like
know.
I feel like a lot of the things that y'all do, like the opening doors and the things of that nature, is different. We don't. I mean, it's not a lot of that done, but everything else is the same. But just those little things, I feel like it's different.
Y'all open
That's
the doors
all
for
it
each
is.
other?
I do, but a lot of
Look at
people
you.
don't.
You're such a gentleman.
I am.
Oh.
So is it less frowned upon if it doesn't happen, basically? Or you don't?
It's not frowned upon. It
if you
just
don't
doesn't
hold-
happen.
If you don't hold yourself to the same social constructs.
There's
Yeah,
no ginger
exactly.
rolls.
Exactly. There's no ginger rolls and there's no social constructs that you can, and that's kind of freeing. It is. It is. It is.
I can see that.
That's all.
Less-
That's it. But everything else
less
is different.
things to argue about.
It's exactly. But it's still dinner. Still whatever. Still maybe get it on the first night. Maybe not. Stuff like that.
I heard y'all's relationships was like 98%. Like it was like relying on sex or something like that.
I can see that. I can see a lot
I
of.
don't think I'm saying it the right way, but you get what I'm saying.
Right. I see where a lot of relationships can thrive.
Well, I'm
on
just
the
saying,
sex.
like for men per se, for like gay men, like
I don't
what I've
even
been
think.
told was like y'all like that's like y'all's thing.
I think it's the gay girls actually that, in my opinion, that thrive more in relationship
It depends
for
on
sex. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that more. I feel like us guys, we can just kind of have sex with each other and decide to just coexist and not necessarily be in a relationship. But with the girls, it's like, oh, we're in a relationship, oh, we having sex, And a lot of times the guys is just like, we just doing it.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Whatever.
It's very. It's not. It's very new to me.
It's new.
No,
okay.
it's not at all. But I had another question, but I lost it. I lost my question. Darn it. Oh, darn. What was my other question? I had another question. It was about gay people. Lloyd, help me, Lloyd.
Watch it come back to the show.
Huh?
Yeah.
Watch it come when the camera goes off.
It is. It's gonna come when the camera's off, but I need to be on camera.
I don't know what you wanted to ask.
It was about y'all's relationship.
It was about our relationships, like.
Yeah, it was about the relationships. I can't. Yeah, so you said no gender roles.
Yeah, no social constructs, like Greg said. None of that. Yeah.
I give up. So it's not that different then.
Not that different.
Lloyd just been lying to us all day.
I mean, it's different,
First,
but
Lloyd
it's not
said,
different.
Like Lloyd just been lying.
I get your name.
Yeah, it's different, but it's
First
not
he agreed
different.
with the Florida bill, then he didn't agree, then he agreed again.
I agree with the Florida bill, but
Now-
I just don't agree with the part
now
about it said that you can't
relationships-
say gay.
Nobody said anything. It doesn't say. It honestly doesn't say the word gay in the bill.
That's all. That's all
Lloyd
I have to
said straight
say.
relationships ain't like gay relationships. Now I come find out they the same.
Everything
They're the
has
same,
a.
but not the same at the
That's
same
what
time.
I'm
time.
Has a
gay money ain't the
congruent
same as straight
parallel.
money. I remember I wasn't going. It wasn't a question. I was going. Hey, bro. I was driving Uber one time, right? And I had like dropped this. That's why I asked you about this like gay guy sex question. Cause I dropped this. I had this gay couple in my car, right?
Mm-hmm.
They was like all up on each other and like, oh baby, blah, 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 right? And I dropped like we dropped a boyfriend where I presumed the boyfriend off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like we going back, and the one in the back he started hitting on me, and I was like, hey bro, I was like, first off, I was like, didn't we just drop your man off? Like, what kind of like, what is this?
It's a thing on Twitter about the with the because I'm all about nasty Twitter, so it's a thing on nasty Twitter about like having sex or doing it with your Uber driver. So it's something that they can put on social media, like, oh, I had the Uber driver doing this, I had the Uber driver doing that. So you don't fall into that. Just be like, no, dog, I'm
First
good.
off, I would never fall into no man.
I'm just saying, like, that's the thing.
ain't no, trust me, ain't no fall into nothing.
It's a
No,
thing.
this was like a couple of years ago. This is like 20, may have been like 2018, 2019. Like
I mean, it's been around for a while. Like the Uber drivers, like a lot of the porn stars will be like, thing will be hard and they'll whip it out while they'll show the Uber driver driving them to wherever they are and stuff like that. It's a thing. It's like a thing. It's like a turn thing, you know. You know, us guys, we like to
cool.
just be
right.
so
I'm good.
very sexual.
I
heard enough.
Expressive.
I'm all right. I was just saying.
You
like,
sure? I can go into detail.
Nah, I'm good. He was hitting on me.
I have some stories.
He like really like he. I had to tell him, I was like, hey, because he did one of these numbers. I like, hey, bro. I like.
Well, he wanted it.
I was about to slap.
He wanted it.
Hey.
He was like, come here.
I was gonna. Hey, bro. I was about to pull over. We was just gonna have to fight. And I kept my best professionalism on. I was like, hey, dog, like, just be cool, chill. Nah, I said no. That's what it is. Like, you know. So for the first time, I had felt like what women be going through.
So, is your question about monogamy amongst gay people?
I honestly didn't have no. It was just, that's
you just want to make a comment.
It wasn't a question. It was a story.
Okay, well, yeah.
Talking about monogamy. No, I know y'all cheaters.
Yeah.
Y'all are cheaters too. What you cheaters cheat?
Yeah.
It don't matter. They come in all shapes, colors, and sizes.
Sexual orientation, everything.
Everything. Cheaters cheat. That's what cheaters are. Cheaters is cheaters. This is what it is. Yeah, bro. I was like, dog. Yeah. I've had a couple girls who they've tried, and honestly, if they were just by themselves and not with their friends, I would have went for it.
In the Uber?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, there was one white girl, and I was just like, but she was drunk also, and I was like, case.
Mm-hmm. I ain't catching the case with you.
Yeah.
Touch me.
Nah, she was like really like flirting. I was like, hey, girl, like she was like about the size of a toothpick also, and I was like, she like this built.
I'll break you.
And I was like, hey, I was like, yeah, no, like legit, like I'd break you, like stop playing with me. Like, you wouldn't need like.
They like that though.
They do, but I was just like, yo,
Yuck.
you couldn't have. There was no way you could have handled this at all. But yeah, I don't know. I done had people like Uber's crazy, dog. Like.
Yeah, y'all watch out for that because the Uber, all Uber people who drive Uber and stuff. You know, I'm not saying don't drive gay people, but you know, at the time,
I don't think it's a gay thing. I think it's a.
I think it's a everything. You know, it goes back to Taxi Cab Confessions. Remember that came on HBO late at night, and it was like they was in the
we was
back,
too young to be watching that. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
we all know about it though.
And
we know about it, but we was too young to be watching that. Lloyd, what's wrong with you?
We still know about it.
Well, you know, that's what it gives me. That's what I'm just saying.
What? No, it does. It's one of them like I don't know. Uber's one of them like. I had one girl. I had one chick. She like. I guess she was mad at the dude she was talking to, whatever, and she like went to his house. I don't know. I picked her up. She tried to go to his house. He wasn't there. She went to a bar, saw his truck there. She got mad, and she was just like, she was like, come in the bar with me. And like, she was about to try to use me to make him jealous. I was like, what? She was like, oh, fuck. Darn it. She was like, I'll smash you. I was just like, yo, I'm not, like, no. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like,
she was that heartbroken.
Heartbroken? No, that's just like reckless endangerment. She was trying to put me in a situation, put her in a situation. She was trying to put us all in a situation we didn't need to be in. And I just like, yo, I'm like, you.
And she didn't even know if you were in a situation or not, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like she didn't know if I was, you know, what was going on. I was like, yo, dog. Like,
she didn't care. She just wanted to lash out.
Yeah, she did.
A woman scorned.
And I let her know. I was like, hey, it's not going to happen. Get out of here. Like deuces, you know? Not going to happen. Who else? I almost had to shoot somebody one time.
In Uber?
So the dudes I had picked up, right? They got into it with somebody. I don't know. We was driving. I don't know what happened. He like leaned out. Something happened. But this big dude I seen running down the street towards the car, and I was like, you know, we stuck in traffic on Washington, and I was like, oh. And then he like came to the car. Dude tried to roll up the window. The other dude like grabbed my window. I said, yo, hey, get your hands off my guy. I was like, cause you break this window. I was like, they're gonna fly. That's it. You know? And then the other guy, like he had like punched the other guy and just ran away. And so then those three guys got up the car, chased him down. Man, I got out to the little alleyway, pulled over. You know, they was like, "Hey, just wait for us." I was like, "No, I'm not." I canceled the ride, drove off. I was like, "Rrr." "Oh, he got me messed up." I done almost had to commit a murder out here because of y'all out here playing around. Nah, I'll be ready to. Uber. You gotta keep your head on swivel on Uber, dog. Especially like I done been in some. When I was in Atlanta, Ubering.
You make me reconsider.
Hey, dog, it was some sketchy locations in Atlanta, dog. I was just like, woo, like in Atlanta, it ain't white, it's all black.
All black.
The
Love
outskirts
Atlanta.
black, bro. I remember I picked up one black family, and I drove them to like the most countryest part of the outskirts of Atlanta, and I was just like we was a good like 30-35 minutes outside of Atlanta, like going towards Tennessee is where we was at in Georgia. And I was like, yo, I was like it was so country, like the territory where they lived was like a little Indian name or whatever, like that little area. I was like, dog, Atlanta wild, bro. Like,
I love it.
well, no, all my crazy stories in Houston. Atlanta was like at least like calm, but I'm just saying like Atlanta like I done picked up some people in like hood, like boys is outside like selling rocks. And I was just like, yo, I'm like, and like the people I picked up, they was like, you're just comfortable. Like I'm picking you up in your hood. They're like, you seem comfortable over here. And I was like, cause
I'm about it.
Cause I let it rain. I was like, I let freedom ring around this piece.
I'm not gonna play.
I wouldn't know. I'm used to being in a hood. Ain't no hood spots that's gonna scare me.
No, not when you come from Houston.
I was like, I got guns too, bro. Hey, the little water kids, I almost shot at them. Atlanta, I almost shot like about 3 different times, and it wasn't on no like I was Ubering. It was like just some hood stuff going on. That was like the most I ever pulled my gun.
In Atlanta?
Yeah. They be testing you out there, and like I was like, I know you see them Texas plates. I like don't they don't say New York, they don't say California, they say Texas.
Okay, don't mess with Texas.
Like don't be playing around. Like these Texas plates, and that's what they are. Like, like don't run up on me. I was like, I know. I mean, one of my partners, he was like, nah, bro. He's like, boys gonna test you because you look sweet, and I'm like, I ain't sweet. It's sour over here. Trust me. I'm like, we get down around here. I was like, I got a good smile, It was like nice smile, but I was like, I ain't friendly. I was like, I'll clean you up real quick. Ain't that right, Lloyd?
That's correct.
That's how we roll. Lloyd, hey, matter of fact, Lloyd, no, it wasn't you. It was another guy.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't.
Said she's gonna be on the camera.
So, what y'all plans for this weekend? Y'all got plans?
Not much, honestly.
No.
Chill out.
What's this weekend?
I don't know.
No. It's the end of the week. I'm thinking about 2 weeks. I think I have a pageant to go to, but other than that, we are chilling this weekend. I'm so
what
happy.
What kind of pageant?
So, it's Mr. Texas pageant. And I think it's in 2 weeks, so it's gonna be
Mr. Texas
in May. Yeah, Mr. Texas.
Like it's like a legit like Mr. Texas.
It's
thing?
a Mr. Texas pageant. It's a gay pageant, but it's a Mr. Texas.
I was just.
I'm hearing about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even gonna assume it was gay.
No, yeah.
I thought it was like just a pageant.
No, it's a gay pageant. But I think this in 2 weeks. So, but this weekend I'm chilling. I'm so happy to be chilling.
All right, y'all good? Y'all got anything else? Anybody? Greg, sports? Anything? Nothing. It's cool.
Not much of sports that's really worth talking about, other than if you're Yankees fans, I'm talking trash about you for the rest of this week.
Yeah, y'all cheated, and y'all try to get the nerds to hop on us for cheating. At least we cheated to win.
Yeah, cheated and lost.
Yeah, we cheated and won. We got a chip for cheating.
Did you get a chip for cheating?
Yeah.
But
what the Yankees do, huh?
Nah, go ahead. He said what the Yankees do. What they do, Greg?
Okay, we're gonna make it real quick. So essentially, there's this thing called sign stealing, which is natural, It's no different than if you were a opposing team or a football team, and you know the play call is going to be. Mm-hmm. So baseball is the same thing. They know what pitcher's going to pitch, and you can really tell what pitch is coming depending on how the pitcher has his elbow set up, depending on how it just feels, depending on watching the game, right? So the Astros got like caught up is they essentially live stream the signals to their dugouts, but you can't do that. You can have replay of what just happened, but you can't live stream.
It don't make sense though. Like we're out here live anyways. Like
I mean,
but what the Yankees did before the Astros, they essentially had kind of the same thing, but what they did instead was they called it in to the manager, and the manager would go out to the second baseman like, "Yo, they finna do this." So they were relaying information, which is essentially the same thing. You can't use technology to tell players what's going on. So you have all the Yankee fans and Yankee truthers try to kind of diminish what they did. Yeah, they cheated, but it wasn't like what the Astros did. Like, no, man,
it's the same thing.
It's Barry Bonds taking PEDs is pretty much the same as Mark McGwire taking PEDs. PEDs doesn't matter. The context doesn't matter how bad it was. Doesn't matter how much he took. He still did it.
Cheating is cheating.
Cheating is cheating. No matter you kiss a girl that's pretty much cheating.
I mean, granted, I don't feel like
doesn't matter if you went all the way with her or not.
I feel like that's like one of them stupid rules though. Like, I feel like that's as stupid as the checking the finger rules or whatever. Like them using like stuff on their fingers. And everything.
Yeah.
Like I feel like certain like the sign stealing and there's a couple of little rules that I'm like, hey, yo, that don't affect the outcome of the game if we're going to be honest.
It don't make sense.
Like, you can know what pitch is coming. That don't mean you're going to hit it. Swing and a miss.
I've been trying to tell folks that for the last 5 years. It doesn't. You can tell me all day long what's going to happen.
I can tell you, I'm going to throw you 3 fastballs.
You ain't going to hit it.
You ain't going to hit them, bro, if I'm throwing them right. Like, it doesn't change how you hit a ball, bro. You know?
So you can't. Okay.
So basically, really, what it amounts to is when the Astros won that World Series championship, they literally beat the 3 most famous teams,
right,
along the way, outside of the Indians, which is not the Guardians. That's another conversation. They beat the Red Sox, they beat the Yankees, and they beat the Dodgers.
I guess no, Cleveland's a famous team. You can throw Cleveland in there. Yeah.
Well, 4. And so they beat those 4 iconic teams, and the Astros were just in the dumps like 2 years prior, and no one expected them to get to that level. That's all it is. Sour grapes. Because Houston is considered a mid-major in the media market, and everybody else is like have a larger media base, so that's what they really mad about. That's why when they hear about what the Yankees did, that doesn't mean nothing. They ain't doing it the same way. But they still, you see, it's a bias that's happening.
It's the same thing. It's just Yankees money longer.
Yeah.
Boston money a little bit longer.
Yeah.
LA money a little bit longer.
Way definitely longer.
That's all it is.
That's basically all it is.
Yankees and Boston, them they guys of baseball. So it's like, how dare you beat us? You redneck.
Essentially, then you got some of the national reporters. I put in air quotes. Basically carrying the water by pushing all of this stuff. Like, nah, man, the same energy you had for the Astros 2 years ago,
half for the Yankees.
You need to have the same energy for everybody else.
We know they're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do that, but you need to have the same energy.
We're gonna be clear. Everybody in MLB cheats in some way. Form, fashion, bro. Like,
it's a sport that always cheated along the way, and they never took away. It's never been clean.
Like baseball.
Buzz Selig was the commissioner when the PED scandal happened, and he's in the Hall of Fame. But they don't want Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. He's locked out now.
Dang.
Hey, bro, this is a crazy world.
So
baseball is the most they should never got rid of the Negro League. But anyways.
Basically.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank y'all for coming to Aki and Friends. I don't have Camille's annoying bye to put in at the end of this. So
get better, Camille.
So we'll see y'all next week on Aki and Friends.
Peace out.
We still having secret topics next week, by the way, guys. All right.